Hmm. Hello, hello. How is everyone doing today? I'm doing great. My audio needs to come up. There we go. If you are watching the VOD or watching the stream, this is Vintage Story. I played this a little bit. Can I seriously not get rid of the menu now that I'm in here? I can't. That's amazing. I played this a little bit on stream before, and I will have to tell you guys that unfortunately for you guys, and not unfortunately for me, I had a long week this last week. So I've also been playing it quite a bit during the week. Vintage Story is essentially a rustic survival form of Minecraft created by people who actually used to do modded Minecraft back in the Feed the Beast days. It is a truly amazing game, much harder than Minecraft, and it has a lot of features that Minecraft just simply doesn't have. In fact, it is my favorite of the two, if you don't count RLCraft, which is also kind of not Minecraft. Anyways, I am planning on going on a journey today. We have something on this server called the Forbidden West. It is essentially a portal 20,000 blocks to the west that has some unique terrain generation, and I plan on going there to find some dungeons and find some exploration, and in order to do that, we're going to be starting off the stream almost instantaneously. I only started streaming like a minute ago, because I need to make preparations. Going to the west is hard. This game is very difficult in general. I need a lot of preparations before I actually go. So it's probably going to take me 20, 30 minutes maybe to get wound up. So during that time, we'll just be chatting. We'll just be hanging out. And I will explain the preparations as I make them. Let me respond to chat super fast. Okay, so we need a handful of things to go to the west. But first, before we do that, for people who watched my previous stream and now are just like, whoa, what the actual fuck? A lot has happened on this server, and I will give a tour as just about the same time that I go ahead and make my preparations. So this is my new house. This is actually my temporary house. Yeah, town has come a long way since last time we played. Last time we played, we lived over there. I've actually torn down that house now, and I moved over here because I wanted to move closer to everyone else. I will go around and tour in a moment. I actually need to ask Kurd for some food. There we go. So, yeah. My place is kind of just cozy. It's a little nook in the wall. It is quite literally something that I built into the cliff face over here. It's incomplete, but it is very cozy. And this is something that I love about Vintage Story. You have things just, kind of leaning against walls. You have stuff on the ground. And Vintage Story, they made storage immersive, which makes the game feel very good, in my opinion. We also have this nice little garden over here. This is for the Rustbound Magic mod. We have been struggling our way through that. I have probably put 20 hours into this mod now, and I have very little progress to show for it, but hopefully we get to do some progress on that today as well. So, what do we need for the Forbidden West trip? Well, we need a handful of things, some of which we already have and some of which we're going to have to get real quick. So, we need food. We do have these fruit bars, and we're going to come down and get some food from Kurd as well, because they're our town chef. I liked bringing a bed with me, which I don't know where my bed went. So, we'll have to craft one of those, because we need to be able to sleep out there. We do want our shield. We want to put away our chalk because that's part of the Rustbound Magic mod and not something we really need on us. We would like to bring flint to make replacement tools, but I don't seem to have any extra, so we might be able to just gather that out and about. We are going to a completely freshly generated part of the map, so gathering new things is going to be perfectly fine. We do want to make a bunch of torches, though, now that I realize I should actually get that back out. We need, like, maybe 10 to 15 torches, somewhere in that range. And we'll want to light all of those as well. We are still experiencing some lag issues on the server, so if you see any hitching, like, happening when I'm walking around and stuff like that, that's not you, that's me. I have been experimenting with it for a while. I can't get it to go the fuck away. Oh, there's our bed. I'm being dumb. Okay, so we got a bed, we got some rusty gears that are useful to trade with any traders we found out in the wild. We have some food, we're going to be getting more from Kurd. We have a weapon. Hello, I am talking to stream right now. We have a weapon, pickaxe. I honestly don't think we need this axe. I am going to bring a shovel with me, though. I'm going to bring a new shovel with me, because this one's completely fucking broken, basically. Let's see, what else do we need? Torches. Oh, we need healing. I don't think we actually have any left. Okay, so that's going to be the thing we're going to have to gather. So while we're at the beginning of the stream here and just kind of chatting and stuff like that, that's what we're going to be gathering, is healing materials. Hello, Azale. How are you doing? Oh, I appreciate the flints. Yes.
I'm doing all right. How are you?
It has been a good day. It has been a good day so far. I haven't been awake that long. I have gotten up, gotten my
issue where
Yes. What were you saying?
Sorry. I'm hearing you on my monitor from stream, and then
well,
you on my
That seems like an easy problem to fix.
There. Okay. I was double hearing my voice and your voice, and it was confusing me.
Yeah.
I seem to have this issue where next to my house, dirt blocks keep appearing.
What do you mean there's blocks appearing next to your health?
On both ends.
Do you have bonus HP from the skills mod?
If you're talking, you might be muted on Vintage Story.
I am not muted on... Oh. I wasn't, but I didn't have my Yeti mic turned on for Vintage Story, because I switched to that whenever
Classic.
I... move real quick.
Moving.
Can't want you to steal my torch. But yeah, no, I had my headset muted for the actual Vintage Story itself. But you were saying you saw blocks next to your HP. Do you have...
No, next to my wall.
Oh, yeah, no. You said you put a sign down saying that your wall wasn't a parkour thing, so I made it more of a parkour thing.
I fixed it. You can go by without parkour now.
I will probably delete whatever you did because as I said before, actually, I think I told you this 3 times already. I plan on making my own entrance into town.
It's a permanent fixture, so don't delete it. It's like part of my house now.
Oh, okay. So I'll make a different one, and I'll just block that one off then.
That's rude.
I told you from the very beginning, before you guys put the wall up, that I plan on making my own one, because there's some really cool shit I can do with magic.
You're being obstinate on purpose.
No, I warned you I warned you a week ago. You're just bad at memory. Anyways, I'm going to get back to preparing, and yeah.
Would you like to sleep first?
Yeah, we need to sleep, because I need to go around getting horsetail, which requires some daytime.
Also, do you have food by any chance?
What now?
Do you have food?
You need to say that again.
Food?
What about it?
You have. Can I have food?
I have no food
Feed
for you.
me.
You can eat some of my berries if you want. Okay, anyways, so while we're waiting for people to sleep and get in beds, we are going to go ahead and collect our Rustbound magic resources, because this is the gateway. I actually, if you're on my Discord, I made literally a spreadsheet on how insanely expensive the grind on this mod is. It's a little wild. So each one of these plants drops one piece of rusty dust, which is the most expensive resource. In order to get your first spell, not to complete the mod, no, to literally start the mod and get your first spell, it needs somewhere in the range of, and this was an estimation, right? I did my best, but I'm pretty sure I missed a lot of steps. You need somewhere in the range of like 700 of this stuff, right? And it grows over the course of 2 days, and it's very, very difficult to collect the seeds. And I think I was originally underestimating just sheerly how much I needed. So I was growing like 10 of these plants at once. No. Now we're going to be growing like 100 of these plants at once. That is the new goal, because holy shit, I have spent probably like 20 hours. Oops, I appear to have trapped Mahari whenever I moved the Forbidden West portal. That's funny. That was 100% my fault. I know exactly what I did wrong there. I think that whenever I moved the Forbidden West portal, I didn't move the exit location. Which means that whenever Mohari went out to go to the Forbidden West, they got trapped at the old location. That's fun. Anyways, yeah, mistakes aside, we need to plant all our flowers. Oh, I should have planted my flowers before I slept. Oh no, damn. That was a bit of a whoops. Why is it still nighttime? Oh, it's because it's getting close to winter. So nighttime is lasting a lot longer. Anyways, yeah, so we will do a little bit of Rustbound magic today. I will also want to do a little bit of building today. As if you know anything about Vintage Story, all Vintage Story streams are going to be just a little chill at all times, because, well, it is kind of a chill game. It's a game that you relax in. It's a game that you not kind of come home to and just do a few things in. And it's not a hyper exciting game, but honestly, it can be from time to time. Anyways, it is fine for us to just go ahead and start collecting our horsetail in order to get healing, because healing is going to be the last thing we're going to need in order to get this journey going. FYI, among some of the other things I found when I was playing throughout this week is I got super lucky and I found a golden falx. This thing is wild. It was in a dungeon, and it's one of the reasons we're going to be going to a dungeon right away, is because I feel like going to a dungeon right away is kind of just a great way to start the stream. I would have made preparations to go to the dungeon beforehand, but I liked the idea of preparing on stream, specifically because, well, after I got horsetail, I'm going to be able to do a nice little tour around town to show you guys what everyone has built. Because we have maintained the concept that I talked about in the first stream and our server rules of being a community. We have a person that's a blacksmith. We actually have like 1.5 blacksmiths now, which is actually perfect. That's a perfect number of blacksmiths for a town. There's so much blacksmithing required in Vintage Story. We have a person who is doing the chef stuff. And then we have a bunch of other people who are kind of just playing and doing various tasks, just kind of playing the game. And I'm fully focused on the Rustbound Magic mod and crafting and exploring. I literally haven't done anything else. And I've made so little progress on the mod, despite the fact that I'm doing literally nothing else. Whoa, that is a lot of lag, even for us. Holy shit. Oh, I just remembered. That's another thing we need. So there are rafts. We have one of these made already. There's a raft in game that lets you move along water at a more reasonable pace. I actually want to make a canoe at some point because I think that would be a lot of fun, but I don't know how to move it. We unfortunately had to get rid of the carry-on mod because I was doing some experimentation with trying to fix the server lag, and we just haven't added it back in yet. It didn't seem to be the course or the problem with the server lag, but at the same time, it needs to be added back in because, well, yeah. Let's see. We haven't actually been able to figure out the server lag. I kind of hate it. We also get this thing where you get ghosts of items in your inventory, which is awful. I should also bring some sticks with me, I just realized, because if we have flint but no sticks, we won't be able to make new tools out in the wild. Although we should be, once we actually find a dungeon itself, we should be able to find tools very quickly. And in fact, we'll probably even be throwing a bunch of stuff away because of how many tools we'll find. Okay. As soon as daytime comes, we're going to head out. So, I think I'll talk about the magic mod for a second, because that's the thing we're going to be doing once we come back from our explanation. So, we do actually have this manual magic arts, which gives us all of this stuff. And there are so many recipes, there's rituals, there's different kind of multi-blocks, there's spell research, grimoires, synthesis, there's all this stuff, but I do find the mod to be a little bit difficult because, well, despite all of that, I haven't really made any progress. So I have all these flowers, right? I have a ritual circle or two that are permanently set up. I have this one up here where we have some bushes around it, and you can use these sigils in order to create ritual circles to do particular tasks. And that's a temporal storm. A temporal storm right before I start streaming is actually kind of hilarious. Especially because with our server settings, well, actually, this is a vanilla thing. With the new shivers that are added in one of the more recent vanilla updates, temporal storms are, like, actually fucking terrifying. Oh yeah, here's our raft. We also have all the way up here some more magic stuff. This thing basically generates energy for us to spend in crafting various things. This allows us to turn spell scrolls into spells, although it is random, and the first one I got was not one that was terribly useful. We also have this, which allows us to... Basically, it's like a big cauldron that lets us create certain items. Right now, I've only found Arcanus to be useful being made in here. I'm sure there's other recipes, though. Yeah, we do actually have one spell, Summon Food. But unfortunately, since we have a chef, I don't see Summon Food being useful, to be honest. And we still have to, like, if we actually want this spell to be a real spell, we have to build something called an Oculus, which is going to be this thing over here, which we might work on today. That is like another giant crafting table. Like, this mod has just a ton of different crafting tables. Okay. We are going to quickly go save our friend before we go on the journey ourselves. Okay. There you go. You are saved. I'm going to go continue my stream and my preparations. Goodbye.
Okay.
Yeah, whenever I set up that portal, because I actually got on right before stream and adjusted the Forbidden West portal, I think that oh my god, I'm going to do something very funny. So Azale and I have been kind of arguing about this corner of the base up until, well, just a few minutes ago, apparently. There was a wall in my way in order to get into town. Someone literally built a wall in my way. And there's a really cool, like, jump pad you can make in the Magic mod. That I eventually want to use to get into town. But there's also this parkour mod, and because of the parkour mod, I like parkouring into town. So even though there's an entrance right there, we're going to continue to parkour into town, because it's very funny. In fact, we'll parkour out of town as well. Just a tiny bit of a troll. Okay, so quick tour of town. We do have this door here, which I will never use because it's funnier to never use it. Plus, I get to climb over the wall every time. This is new to me. I don't know what this is. This is a lot of flowers. Oh, this is probably for beekeeping. Empty steps. Okay. Yeah. I believe this is probably something that Zale is working on then. They're just collecting flowers in order to do something with bees. I have no idea how bees work in Vintage Stories, so who knows? Who knows? And then this is Zale's little house here. Keep in mind, for anyone who has played Vintage Story, this game takes a long time to make any progress with, and I wonder if someone realizes that if you leave the torch in the torch holder, it never goes out. But if you take it out, it will go out. I don't know why people are taking them out. Anyways, we're new. We haven't been playing this server very long, and some people around here are new to Vintage Story, so don't judge our building too much yet. I do actually plan on making this place very beautiful. But not yet. So we do have a Zale's place right here. You know, basic starting Vintage Story house, made entirely out of logs. An incredible fire danger. Then we have Hetz's place. Hetz has played the least, so they do still have the dirt hut made out of packed dirt. We have a little bit of an area here, which I will eventually be trying to make a road to. Then we get to the stuff that Faust has made. There's a crazy fucking community crockpot slash fire pit kiln thing here. There's so many crockpots been made. I actually don't know why there's this many crockpots. I assume that this is useful. I've never made more than 2 crockpots in my entire life, so who knows? All of the little torches here were donated by me because I've been doing a lot of dungeon running, so I've been getting a lot of those. There's these little aged torch holders that make your torches infinite, which lighting is kind of like a big deal in this game. We have Mahari's place, who has some smokers, and, you know, again, Mahari's only been playing for a few days, so not much of a place. Custom order blacksmithing. Nice. And then the other bigger blacksmith over here, which, you know, hot damn, Faust's honestly... Faust's place is kind of coming along, huh? I think that we might be tied for, like, the most building in our base, despite the fact that I've played way more than they have. I know exactly what I did wrong, Mahari, by the way. I went and I placed down the new exit location, but I never reconfigured the new one at the entrance location because it doesn't remember the name of the exit. It remembers the coordinates of the exit. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that was my fault. As soon as you said you were there, I'm like, I'm actually glad you found that out because I also would have been trapped in the west. But I will go change that whenever I go through that portal. It's as simple as literally a right click. So I'm just doing a quick tour before I go on a journey to the west myself for stream and VODs. Surprisingly, like 200 people have been watching these VODs, so I guess I'm talking to a VOD community right now.
Oh, okay, cool.
Kind of cool, yeah. I don't know why. I'm assuming it's because Rumbit's Raptor is playing, and also the 1.21 is playing, so a lot of people are actually looking at Vintage Story right now, which is very cool.
Yeah, they did just have an update recently.
Yeah, I'm actually sad we weren't able to use that update because of mods. I literally finished my mod list and had it fully tested, like 2 days before the update came out. It was really bad timing.
If I dug a 2x2 pit out there and covered it with dirt and I guess it'd have to be 3x3 or 3x2, and left the middle to put a fire on top of the wood, would that be a charcoal pit? I never get this right.
I believe there's no minimum size, but you should probably do 3x3, not 2x2. Yeah, so basically, you want the square, whatever the square is, to have absolutely no gaps, absolutely no, like, you have to have each stack be 32 of firewood, and then afterwards you just put a fire on top of it somewhere and enclose that. The rest of the dimensions don't matter. You can use stone, dirt, anything. It just has to be an earthy material on the outside. Yeah. Just literally make a 3x3 pit, 2x2 pit, whatever you want to do, and be ready to close up the top of it. Because you'll have to leave the campfire there. Although I wouldn't suggest making it right here.
Not right here?
Yeah, this is literally going to be a road.
Oh.
So maybe, like, put it over here, right by your house or something, just out of the way. I do actually plan on sometime during stream today working on town, making that infinite chisel, the creative mode chisel for town chiseling only sometime today and working on town. So, I appreciate not, like, getting in the way of what will likely be infrastructure. But yeah, no, anywhere that's not literally just the road.
Okay, well, I've got a spot here I can dig
Okay.
up.
If you have any questions, Turd also knows what they're doing. So.
Oogie doogie.
Okay, back to this. Oh, looks like Turd and Faust finished their little, well, semi-finished. They have a bridge between their houses because this lake is only 1 deep and it's a pain in the ass to cross. So let's head to Turd's house. The last of the people who've been playing consistently. Oh, they finished their little barn. This looks nice. Well, it might not be finished, but it's closer for sure. Hello, Turd.
Hello. Yes?
I have come for sustenance. I believe you are the last stop on my list.
Oh, one moment.
Take your time.
Okay, sorry about that.
No problem.
Anyways, food.
I probably only, like, ideally, something that would only take up me 1 slot, because since I'm going to be doing dungeon hunting, I'm going to be very limited on inventory space.
As you're gonna be heading out far,
Yeah, I'm going to be going Forbidden West.
I
Yeah.
made some pemmican then. I have a stack of 26 here that might last a fair bit.
Hell yeah, it will. Plus, I'll be able to get some berries on the road, so that should be very good.
Okay.
Do you have any, horse stuff?
Like horse?
Horsetail.
A horse tail.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't like flowers.
Okay, that's fair. I'm hearing a repeat of myself through your mic, and it's making me completely unable to think with my brain.
Sorry, right now, I have everything very loud. I have lots of fans going on right now because it's very hot and our AC broke, so.
Ooh, gotcha.
See, everything is loud, including my speaker, so it's fitting back into the mic, so. Sorry about that.
No problem. Well, I appreciate the food greatly. I'm gonna give because apparently a lot of people watch my VODs. We had like 100 people watch my VODs. So I'm gonna give a short tour of your guys' places. Yours the last on my list. But no,
okay.
Seriously, food.
My lack of a place.
All of the food, like this one man has been my entire sustenance, and I greatly appreciate. Oh, you got your press up and running. Fuck yeah. So we get like
I
wine
have
and like
here
potions
going.
now, right?
I have lots of like wine and juice curing on this
I make
on these shelves.
Very nice. Do we have
Also,
any of
also
the
syrup
9-year
as well.
shit yet?
Huh?
Do we have any of the shit
Oh,
that
yeah,
lasts
I have
9
some-
years?
Alex 73 stuff over here.
73 years?
Yeah, these syrups.
Oh my
No,
god.
73? Oh, here it is 73 for the flax oil. That's what I saw.
73 flax. Jesus Christ. But yeah, even these potions last 7.4 in-game years, which if the server was running 24/7, that's whatever 12 times 24 is of actual server uptime, which is fucking wild. But completely necessary
I'm very
because
low on
people
bottles and
288.
drugs, so.
288 server uptime hours.
at least.
Fucking wild. Wait, no, that's
Yeah, I'm
1
very
year, so
low on-
that times 7.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm a bit low on like jugs and bottles. I can't make any more syrup because I've used them all for our other things.
Oh, that's
I
funny.
gotta get a lot of clay 'cause I have just too much liquid.
Hmm. Well,
I'm starting to get the meat engine online too. So
oh, good. Yeah, it looks like Turd has some as well, right? Some beet.
Some beef?
Meat.
Huh?
no mead, like
Oh,
Oh, meat.
okay.
alcohol.
Oh.
Both of your guys' mics are very bad today. I'm having a hard time understanding you.
Yeah, sorry, it's all the fans around me.
It's 100 degrees over here.
Yeah, I actually haven't checked the weather today. I've only been outside to get my coffee. You know what? It's actually pretty nice where I am today. Sorry.
It's more than 100
inside
degrees
like
in my
90
room.
degrees.
Hmm.
And it's all without AC, so gotta have a lot of fans.
Jeez. What? Okay. Yeah, you said your AC broke. Okay. I was about to say, are you
Yeah.
in the UK or some shit? But yeah, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, it's getting fixed tomorrow, but until then, it's gonna be hot.
Oof. Well, good luck. Do not melt. I'm gonna go to the west.
Okay. Goodbye.
Oh, I have a gift for you, and by gift I mean I don't want it in my inventory. So there you go.
Alrighty.
Thank you for taking it off my hands.
Sorry. I have horse tails.
I think I have enough now. I got 2 sacks. I appreciate it though.
That should be plenty. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I'll get more. As long as I find one dungeon, I'll get more out there. So.
Awesome.
Okay, time to go fix the portal, and go on an adventure.
A follow-up question: are you just moving the portal directly west?
I already moved it. Yes.
But yeah, like, do you move it directly west, or can I request
Sort
that we
of.
move it like north or south at some point?
I will be moving it farther north. I kind of bounced it around until I found a good location, so it's not in the ocean, because 40% of all of our land is in the ocean.
Awesome.
But I do plan on moving
I
it
would-
north in the future. It's just that I'm not ready for the cold north. And then maybe in one time I'll put it in the south as well, so we get desert biomes. But for now, we kind of need the temperate biome, or else I'm just going to die whenever I go there.
That's fair. I'm just looking for different selections of wildlife.
Well, I will
Trees.
say there's not a lot of different wildlife in the different biomes. You just need to
trees.
explore.
Oh, look out.
Oh, and orc.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you harvest those. I still have a harvest negative.
Thank you.
Oh, here's some meat. There you go. Okay, bye.
Oh, lovely.
Okay, so I think let me just double check mentally my checklist here, make sure we are ready. So we have a sword, we are wearing armor. It's been a little bit beaten up, but it's still armor. We have a pickaxe in case we need it, a shovel in case we need it. We have the tools to replace our shovel if we need it. I apologize. I must continue to troll an individual. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Why did those guys hit so fucking hard? Well, apparently we are not going to be going to the west right away because that's a temporal storm, and I had already forgotten that there was going to be a temporal storm coming. We have a mod on that makes a visual warning, which is what you're seeing right now for the temporal storm. Yeah, that means that the temporal storm is about 5 minutes away right now. 5 minutes or less. So much for going to the west. I will try and go out into the temporal storm and fight, but I promise you the shivers make it so fucking hard. They can run up small walls, and they're faster than you, and there's just so many of them. Just so many of them. Plus, now I'm... Yep, there it goes. That is the temporal storm. If you've never played Vintage Story, this is an event where the whole world kind of gets steeped in the alternate Cthulhu realm that is underneath the world. Shit starts getting weird. Stuff warps in weird ways, like you're seeing on screen right now, and monsters are able to spawn pretty much everywhere. They can't spawn in incredibly well-lit areas that are lit by torches, but they can spawn everywhere else in broad daylight. So there will be drifters, which is the main form of vanilla monsters in this game. Everything else that's not a drifter isn't vanilla. There'll be drifters everywhere, and on top of that, there'll be really, really difficult drifters. Very high-level drifters. Also, if we look around, we eventually see Gary around here somewhere. I don't know if the community calls them Gary, but I definitely call them Gary. They're like a weird giant monster that comes out during the storm. I know some things about Gary, but I'm probably not going to tell you guys them because it's one of the things that you guys should figure out for yourself. But it is a very cool little detail. Is he over there? Yeah, that's Gary. He's a big boy. He is very, very, very large. Unfortunately, I'm going to go ahead and nip this one in the bud. Unfortunately, we cannot go to him. He is permanently in the background. Same thing with these giant gears and everything like that. I hope that actually going and seeing that thing in the future is like part of a future part of Vintage Story. That would be very fucking cool. Vintage Story does have a story, that is, as well, which is something I do plan on eventually doing. And anytime we do any story content, that's not something I will be doing off stream, period, because I not only want to catch that streaming, I also want to just like be able to record that as well. And like the story content I think would be make for a very good video. I've been considering trying to make all of this into a YouTube video at some point, but I don't know how plausible that's going to be. I think going about and fighting outside is going to be a bad idea, but we might have space to fight indoors here. Just kind of let some guys in. We have a shield now, so we can parry. Oh, wow. Okay, we did a lot of damage. Well, that was only a corrupt drifter. That was only tier 4. Okay. These guys have some resources that I actually care about. Like, I need 2 more temporal gears for all my magic stuff. So it actually would be really nice to get some kills in. We just need to be really careful about this. Because if, gotta be careful about those server-based ghost items as well. If one of the, what are they called? Holy crap, I've forgotten the name. I just said it a minute ago. If one of the crawly motherfuckers, the horror movie monster motherfuckers shows up, we need to, oop, yeah, they literally just spawned in broad daylight there. Wow, this Golden Fox just does work against Nightmare Drifters. Holy crap. Just does work against them. Damn. Yeah, that one was a tier 5. This will get us a lot of fiber as well, but I'm really hoping to get some temporal gears because we need that as a crafting recipe for a lot of the stuff we're going to care about in the magic mod coming here soon. I can make them, which is very cool. And one of the things that I do have kind of unlocked through magic is the ability to convert some resources into other resources via rituals. The rituals are a little expensive, but now that I have them set up, they're not that bad anymore. The initial setup for like every time you craft a new anything in this mod is kind of a lot. But now that we have it set up, doing rituals now is only slightly expensive instead of insanely expensive. And we should be able to convert temporal or rusty gears into temporal gears. But if I can just get one, that'll be nice because we also need the rusty gears. Oh, shiver. Yeah, that's what it is. Shiver. Shivers are bad. Shivers are very, very bad. If it's only one, we should be able to handle it. It's 2. It's 3. Okay, shivers do this thing where a lot of times whenever you hit them, they'll try and run. So we gotta play hit and run tactics with shivers. Unfortunately, I actually get reduced harvest bonuses because of my class, so the chances that I get a temporal gear are actually very insanely low. I'm actually handling myself pretty well out here, though. The shield and the armor helps a lot. So if I hold down, because we have combat overhaul, if I hold down right click whenever I pull up my shield, you'll see this little parry. If I get the parry off, it doubles the tier of block that the shield provides. And damage tiers is a whole thing. If people are interested, I'll explain that. But it's oop. Shiver. I will say, fighting in this game is a little bit better than like Minecraft and stuff like that because you can actually see when they're about to attack, and enemies have attack animations and they have attack cooldowns. So if they go to swing at you, you actually do have a few seconds in order to swing back at them. Shivers kind of still suck though because their attack, they will just kind of shove their face into you, and you sometimes won't see the attack coming because, well, they just shove their fucking face into you. I have some meat. I guess I will leave that behind because I am not going to need that. I'm also going to be leaving the flax behind because we're not going to be needing that either. Well, not out in the wild. We definitely need flax. I think we can get a temporal gear. That would be really nice if we could. You know what? We'll leave our door open. Because our plants haven't grown, we can fight over here. Normally I can't do this because these plants actually hurt you whenever you step on them. But this might be a good place to fight. They can't approach me from this angle, so I only have 2 angles to get approached from, and this path makes me faster, and I don't think it makes them faster, so I should be able to run away on it. Come at me, creatures of the night. Actually handling this really well. This would be one of those times where I wish I actually had... Oh, there we go. He missed me. Got the parry off. Actually, might not have been a parry. I need to loot corpses because a lot of them vanish whenever the thing ends. These flickering ones are like, I don't know, they're fake or something. I don't know what the lore behind them is. But this was just a deep shiver. That's why I killed it so fast. The name before, so like this one says Deep Drifter, right? The name before whatever the actual name of the thing is the tier of the creature. So a Deep Drifter is basically a tier 2 drifter that is found in caves usually. Nightmare Drifters are usually only found in this, or whenever you go insane, or in dungeons, or in deep caves. They can be... Nightmare Drifters are one of the hardest. I don't know if there's a tier above Nightmare Drifters. Nightmare Drifters are like tier 6 and 7 monsters. They are very, 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 very deadly. If you make a mistake with them, they can usually kill you in 1 or 2 shots. This is just a Deep Drifter. Yeah, I was about to say, I might even one-shot it. This Golden Falx I found in this dungeon has been life-changing for the amount of damage. I've already used about a 200 durability on it. I am not looking for the day that it breaks, because it will honestly be hard to replace. It's a tier 7 weapon. I think that's pretty close to maximum. Is this thing going to last all day? It's already 5 p.m. in the afternoon in game. Well, I'm honestly pretty surprised that we were able to come up on the surface and fight. I think being in a more controlled area was the thing that helped. Last time I tried to fight the storm, I did it down there, and I just got completely swarmed. And there we go. It is over. That was a little bit of a delay to our journey, but not bad. It is 6 p.m. in game. I don't think we might be able to sleep. Not sure. Yeah, I believe that's the case, that we can't sleep until 8 p.m. in game. In fact, you know what? I just realized we have this pemmican, and I'm trying to reduce the amount of slots I take up with my preparations, so we're going to leave the other food behind. We are fully prepared, though. And if it wasn't about to be nighttime, we would just... You know what? There is a bed at the Aerie, which is kind of like our name... The thing that I named our kind of like setup area, where I keep the portal to the west and everything like that. And I keep a few things for admitting the server, doing administration for the server. So we will go ahead and head to the Aerie while we're waiting for nighttime. And then we will sleep there. I still refuse to use that door, although I did use it once by accident. We do apologize. I plan on never using it again. I also can show off the raft. So the raft is actually, you bounce in the water very nicely, and then it actually has this really nice animation to it. And I don't have to do anything now. It's actually very nice. I assume that this is kind of how vehicles work in the game as well. We did turn down the speed of the rafts. The rafts are from Primitive Survival. They were a little bit too fast at first. They were 20% faster than walking. And trust me, you could tell. Like, you could outrun things with the raft. The reason we turned them down is because we also have canoes and sailing boats. And I didn't want the rafts to be better than the things that take more effort. And holy fuck, there are so many of those little micro mosasaurs. Why are there so many? I think we need to come out here and start killing them. Those are supposed to be rare. I mean, I guess they are kind of rare. They're not like the only thing in the... Oh my god, there's so fucking many of them. They're not the only thing in the water, but damn, there's a lot of them. The other thing about the raft is that it doesn't make you safe from creatures like that now. Because previously, I could literally just have gotten on my raft and swam past all of those without any issues. And that's the Aerie. We're going to jump into the river because outside of the mosasaurs, it is the safest way. I really don't want to interact with that one right there. These things are very fucking fast in the water, unsurprisingly. Just gotta update the server, what the hell I'm doing. There's times where this game can be deadly. There's times when this game can be absolutely terrifying. The survival of this game can be very, very hard. Food is always a struggle. Progression is always a struggle. But it's also very relaxing. Just working on things, grinding something out, dealing with the little issues. I don't know. I find it a lot more relaxing, a lot more engaging than Minecraft. The only issues that I have between this and Minecraft, and especially stuff like RLcraft, is that stuff like RLcraft has just a little bit more content. And I've had to install like fucking like 60 mods or something like that in order to give the same content. Without those mods, I probably would have already been bored. Yeah, so this is my little... I actually handcrafted this thing. Using creative mode, obviously, but I was having fun with it. This is our portal to the Aerie, which will then lead me to the portal to the west. We have a sow in here. I haven't finished saturating this place yet, but we have a nice little cartography area. We have a research area. I'm not sure, actually, if you want to, we have like 1.5 more areas over here. If you're watching this video, get in the comments. Let me know what I should build there. I'm kind of trying to give this place a Jonas Tech vibe using all of the clutter that's in the game. But I'm not sure exactly what to do yet. I really liked this with the whole, you know, research area, right? And then I kind of wanted to theme this towards, like, cartography and scribing. We have a nice little brazier over here to make sure, because this is really high in the air, the outside temperature is -1. We need to make sure that I was actually warm enough. But I'm not 100% sure what to do with the last two. I kind of wanted to do something with magic, but the problem is that a lot of those magic things from the Rune Magic mod are actually kind of dangerous to be around. They will, like, cause rust sickness and stuff like that, so I'm not sure how to add those safely. Okay. Before we go through the portal, we should adjust it. Oh, I actually have to go into creative mode in order to adjust this portal, it seems like. Well, that's a little bit of an annoyance. Also, good to know. You know what I can do? So if I go into creative mode, it's going to delete my inventory, so we're just going to toss this stuff on the ground real quick. Then we can click this and go Forbidden West. That's what caused Mahari to get stuck. There we go. And you get all our stuff back. We're going to go ahead and put our shield on our thing. And time for journey to the Forbidden West. I have creatively only seen this much of the map, so we are... Okay, let's actually first things first, let's get to some high ground so that while I'm examining the map here, we're not going to just immediately have our face get ripped off. So we're going to use the climbing mod here to, which, by the way, the actual mod author responded to the previous post about why the climbing mod wasn't working. Such a cool thing to have happen. One of the things I miss about doing YouTube, because if you didn't know, this is actually my secondary channel. My main channel is more of like roleplay videos and stuff like that, and I haven't posted there for like 3 months or so, which is for life reasons. I might make a video explaining that sometime soon. But someone responding and being like, "Hey, this is how we solved this problem," and they're actually the mod author. That used to be one of my favorite things about doing YouTube, because then I can pass that message on to other people. But yeah, apparently there was an update to the mod that removed, or that fits the whole thing with not being able to use it every once in a while. So this is more or less what we're going to be doing in the West. We have currently tweaked the terrain generation to make sure that more ruins spawn, and we're going to be searching the map every once in a while and putting little markers down for places where I think, because like what they look like might be ruins on the map, right? And I've done this enough that I am somewhat able to do this, and then we'll be going to those locations. Ooh, what is that? That might be a terrain thing, but we're going to mark it as well. And then basically we're going to... Ooh, I think that's ruins as well. We're going to be trying to find a dungeon. That also might be ruins. My new terrain generation settings may be working. Basically, the only setting that I change is that ruins are generating a lot more often, but only in the West, because most of the area around our home is already explored. Okay, so we got one in basically every direction. This one, I think, is going to be first. So we can use the river to get pretty close. Oh, you can also grab ledges on the way down, and it stops your fall damage, which is kind of like a skill thing because, well, if you fuck it up, well, you're taking falling damage, right? So, and there is a little bit of a timing element to the catch ledge mod, but I will say it is probably one of my favorites. Let's go to about here, and then we'll go straight west towards this one. While we're out here, I will be, because this portal will be open to everyone for a little while, it's not just for me, I will be marking any copper we come across. Ooh, I actually just see a ruin. I don't think this is one of the ones that I have marked either. Nice. If there's this... Oh, those guys. I really want to kill a lot of those guys. They drop something that I need from... maybe not, actually. The thing that I need for Magicraft or rune magic does drop from these guys, but it also takes up a lot of inventory space. So these are like little elementals. They actually aren't that aggressive normally, but because as a mage you want to fight them, they're actually super aggressive to mages. Okay, we're gonna take the crystals, but we're not gonna take the dust or the fibers. Can we just put this down on the ground? No. Because the crystals are very valuable to us and kind of hard to make, but the dust and the fibers are just everywhere. And oh, this is a full dungeon. Well, okay. Oh, this is the one that I marked. Lols. So I normally would gather all the bony soil, but I don't know if I care anymore. We are going to be grabbing the vessels though, because, well, first of all, I just got a bunch of flat fibers, but they also drop skill books, and we can go ahead and read this, and it will give me some of the forestry skill. There's going to be books that I'm going to be keeping for people back home. And there's going to be some that I'm just never going to mention that I picked up that we're going to instantaneously eat. Let's see. Like the combat ones. Fucking yes. This is one of the only reasons that I've been able to keep up with all the people who are playing way more than me on skills is by exploring. And my class actually gets a bonus to getting things from this forge vessels. Oh, cooking. It's only 5 points. I was going to give that to Curd, but it's only 5 points. We need to be very, very careful about the amount of inventory space we have, because we're going to fill our inventory pretty much instantaneously. So yeah, this is one of the ancient dungeons, which is from the ancient dungeon mod. Yeah, it's going to be just straight down. I think we're about as ready as we're going to be. Let's go ahead and head down. We'll eat real quick first before we head down there. And yeah, first dungeon. So there's I actually forgot a block. Damn it. I always forget this. I always want to bring dirt with me because this will allow me to build walls, block off paths, etc., so that I have more control over the spawns in the dungeon. If I don't do that, then you can really get surrounded very easily. So let's just dig some real quick. I meant to bring a stack with me. I need to like make a checklist for Journeys to the West or something like that, especially whenever I'm streaming, because I keep forgetting things until I need them. But this is why we bring tools with us, because if we need something, well, just get it. It's a survival game. We can just get everything we need out in the wild. Let's go ahead and take our raft off our bar, put our torches on our bar. We don't need the food. The wand is useful, even though I don't have any attack spells. The main reason I bring the wand is that it will let me relight torches that we find in the dungeon, so I'll probably leave with more torches than I started with. But there's almost always going to be monsters when I first get down here. So... Okay, so the goal right away is we're going to be lighting up this area and blocking off the side paths so that we don't get attacked right away. I think we got lucky. Oh, there was a shiver right there. I was just about to say we got lucky and nothing spawned, but that was a shiver that spawned in the side room. And let's go ahead and light this up as best as we can. Don't need a torch there. I think something could probably get through that hole. We're going to do that. And there should be some chests and such around the main entrance here. Yeah, I think I recognize some of these spots. Yeah, there should be a chest in here. Ooh, that's going to be one of the things that we care about. Aged torch holders. A map to an abandoned mine. Cool. A relic stonemason's blueprint. Let's see this. A map to abandoned mine. Where did it put that marker? Oh, God. Why is it so far away? Holy shit. Okay. Well, there's an abandoned mine there, but it's 8,000 by -300, so it's like, what? 10,000 away from spawn? Okay. I mean, I'll keep the map just because it's kind of cool, but damn, that is way too far away. Way too fucking far away. Let's see if there's anything else in the main room here. We got collapsed chest, some copper bits. I would say that's not worth our inventory space. We can get copper other places. We got some lore. We're not going to bring it with us, but we will add it to our journal. There is a storyline and a bunch of lore. A bunch of lore. Definitely should read that if you're interested. And we do have a copper spear. You know, I saw that there's a recipe with rusty gears to turn them into... Yeah, so we can turn metal scraps into rusty gears. But it's 8 per 2 gears. I don't think I'm going to care about that. It's just going to take up my inventory space too quickly. Collapsed chest there, but nothing in it. Ooh, copper splitter plugs. That's for the Quarry mod. Those are actually very nice, but I don't know if I care about that. That's also a lot of native copper as well. That's tempting to take with, but we're going to find... One of the things I like to do is I like to only bring things out of the dungeon that we can only get in the dungeon. And copper, we can just go mine copper. Okay? I don't think I'm going to worry about copper. So, let's open up one of these side paths. I'm going to arbitrarily choose this one. And carefully progress into the... Okay, well, this was a dead end right away. I made that a very easy, careful progression. Farming 100? Okay, well, that one we're keeping for curd. Holy shit. I don't care about the seeds. Another copper shovel. Very nice, actually. We'll break our shovel very, very quickly here. So we'll keep hold of that. More lore. Put it on the ground. Some gears. Always nice to add to this. Acacia seeds. Let's go ahead and ask. Do we need acacia seeds? I don't feel like we do, but we'll grab them for now until it's called one way or another, whether that's actually is something that we have or not. Okay. Hopefully this path is going to be more interesting. These dungeons could be very, very small. These ancient ones can be very, very small. Like this one appears to be. or they can be fucking sprawling. Sometimes these tries take me like 1 minute to finish, and sometimes they take me like 20, 30, 40 minutes to finish. And some more, there was one that was like multiple hours and multiple inventories worth of stuff. I hear something. Some sort of creature. I think I want to put down some dirt here, because if I get chased by something, I don't want to fall into the water. There's an andesite spear and a flint hoe. We always want to, as we progress through these things, we want to take our time. Because if I die here, I'm very far away. And on top of that, we want to always make sure that there's a clear path of retreat. Because drawing things backwards behind you as you retreat is pretty much the entire form of combat in this game. So we definitely want to make sure that that's going to be an option at all times. Let's see. Carrot seeds, farming, more farming. I'm sure they're going to be happy to see the farming 150. This is kind of like what I've been trading in order to make up for the fact that other people are making my food. Is I've been giving people sticks through the magic mod, and I've been giving people rewards from my... I'm just going to eat that one. It's only 2.5. Rewards from my explorations as well. Is that flint? That is flint. I can just pick that up. We actually do care about flint. Every once in a while, these... yeah, that's a funny bug that's happening. Every once in a while, I pick up a cracked vessel, and it just picks it up instead of breaking. We actually do care about flints because... Ooh, combat EXP. Fuck yes. The magic mod does actually consume flint like fucking crazy. Metalworking. 5 is not enough to hold on to for other people. So this is what I'm talking about. My inventory is literally already full. Like, I might leave behind the crystals, because that is technically something I can get back at home. Even though I do need a lot of them. They take up individual spots, individual slots, so they're kind of hard to justify bringing with me. One of the cool things is, with the Rustbound Matchet, even though this is a burnt-out torch, I can still light it. Like, burnt-out torches would normally be useless. Like, completely useless. Grab this flint. Tool vessels are one of the ones that I'm the most excited about, because tool vessels, due to my my class and my ability to get better loot, they literally, I think I could say this for certainty, that they actually always drop a combat book for me. So I always get some combat experience. Now, mind you, it's like 300 to get my next level. So these books that are giving me like 10 to 15, it's just really not that much. No, wow, this... I apologize. This dungeon kind of sucks. I mean, we're getting some stuff out of it, but really not much. Cabbage seeds. Who cares? I don't know what kind of seeds are needed back in town, and seeds take up too much inventory space. We care about other things more. Give me a second. I need to drink. I should reclaim my torches. We're not going to be back down this path, so... Fucking... There we go. Get rid of all that. And then we will seal it back up. We can relight this torch as well. Kind of keep our torch stockpile up. We won't be here long enough for the torch durability to matter. Ooh. Is that a torch holder? Yes, it is. Did I already explain why the torch holders are important? I don't know if I did. So let me re-explain it real quick. Permanent light in Vintage Story is hard to come across in the beginning of the game. The aged torch holders make it so that torches, which normally last a certain amount of time, like if you go over them, it says that it'll last for 48 hours before they turn into this burnt out torch, means that you're just kind of like constantly trying to relight things. And just like Minecraft, you need things to be lit in order to prevent spawns. So the aged torch holders give you a permanent way of having a torch, which is very nice. Okay. I don't think we've been this way yet. What is this? Seems to be some sort of prison. Oh yeah, definitely a prison. Forge vessels can be pretty good sometimes. That's clay. Survival. Very happy to get a book on survival. The only way of getting survival experience normally is... I'll make a little hole to drop stuff in. Is by just, well, surviving a very long time. Oh man, this is like a storage room. We're gonna close the door behind us. Let's see. A painting? Earth tone saddle blanket for the elk? Let's see what this painting looks like. That's not a bad one. I kind of like the paintings because they're kind of an evidence that I've actually gone on journeys. Ooh, a lead ingot. I feel like that's probably pretty good. Scroll. That's just more lore. Oak seed. I think we have oak back home. And then we got a farming vessel, a forage vessel. Okay. Ooh, we are already having inventory issues. You know what? I don't think I actually do care about the copper spear. So we're going to put that down. We'll go ahead and drop our old shovel because we already have a new one. I care a little bit too much about flax fibers to leave them behind. Oh, there's a combat book here we can read. 25! That's so good. Must have picked it up at some point without noticing. We'll put this down in the hallway so it doesn't get in our way. And let's break some vessels. Come on. Did we not bring an axe with us? We didn't. That's unfortunate. Axes are actually very useful. There's a book right there. Axes are actually very useful to break through all of the garbage that's inside these dungeons. There's probably an axe that we've already put down somewhere through one of these vessels that we've broken, but not worth going back for. We'll get one in a minute. Okay, what was that? Digging. I will also happily take digging. Digging is something I care about. Let's see. What's this for? Tinkerer's Blueprints. It lets me make various Jonas parts. And it says very rare in ruins. Because it says very rare, we are going to keep it. What's the earth tone saddle blanket for? Oh, wow. That's actually a very expensive item. Multiple cloths. Okay, we'll hold on to that as well. Probably sell that to someone. I don't think whenever I get an elk, I'm going to want earth tones. Man, I have nearly maximum inventory space, and we're still just instantaneously filling our inventory space. I might actually get rid of this map. Because the only reason I would be keeping it is because it's kind of visually cool. 8 flax twine. Hell yes. Cabbage seeds. You know what we can do then is we can make this into flax twine. So we don't actually need the flax fibers. And that'll reduce some inventory space once we get like 2 more fibers. You know what? We can always get seeds some other time. I want other stuff from the dungeon. We're just not going to worry about that. Anything else here? More tool vessels. Hey, there's an axe. The axe will be another inventory spot, but also very useful. This is actually one of the reasons why I sometimes bring other people with me, because, man, we're already out of inventory space, and we've been here. This is a tiny... Ooh, what's that? This is a tiny dungeon, and we're already out of inventory space. This is an absolutely tiny dungeon. It might be a good idea to make, like, for the future, might like a campsite to gather things to, and then make multiple runs through dungeons. So that we can kind of keep all of our goods. There's definitely something... Oh, it's locusts. Okay. These guys can be a pain in the ass. Oh, they don't do that much damage to me. Thank goodness. So these guys are going to spawn infinitely until I get to whatever's spawning them. If I can figure out where it is. Where's the Lotus spawner? Is that it? No, that's glowworms. There should be a Lotus spawner around here somewhere. Locusts don't just spawn in the open. At least I don't think they do. I've never seen them just spawn in the open. They've almost... Ooh, hunter backpack. That's less slots than a linen sack. Hunter backpacks are very pretty. I actually could... I just realized I have enough flocked swine. I could make myself another linen sack right now, and it would give me 1 inventory spot. Let's just do that. 1 inventory spot is 1 inventory spot. Okay, so we need to drop the flints, pemmican, basically these first 4. Oh, come on. I need to aim upwards so that we're dropping these farther away. Okay, that's empty. 1. Control 1. There we go. Put that down. And we have 1 extra inventory slot. Doesn't sound like a lot, but honestly, it's going to be very, very nice to just have any more inventory slots. Any at all. Put our axe down here. Put our raft down here. So now we have a good idea of how much inventory we actually have. Now, mind you, if we run out of inventory slots completely, we can drop stuff like the sticks. Because as a mage, I can get sticks really, really fucking fast. Like, I can get a stack of sticks in a matter of minutes. Oh, that's why I was leaving some inventory slots open, so that we can put down tools and shit whenever we get them out of these chests. Solid two block wall? Is that not a solid 2-block wall? Okay, sure. Whatever. Flint. Be very happy to have a whole bunch of flints back home. Whenever we get home, I will show you why. Which, I mean, I could also mine the flint and gravel, but I don't want to take the time to do that. Another combat book. Hot damn. We've gained like 150 experience in combat just from books while we've been in here. If I leave with a stack of flints and only the things I found so far, I would already say that this was a successful dungeon dive. Ooh, an ore vessel. This could be very good. We have lead. I think, is lead part of bronze? Come on, let's see, smelts into lead ingots, which is an ingredient for what? How do you make bronze? Because there's people who want bronze, so we need tin, bismuth, or gold and silver. Okay, so lead is not what I needed. It's not as important. I'm sure someone is going to just be screaming at me for leaving that behind. And the funny bug again. Where I just randomly pick up a vessel instead of actually doing anything with it. Oh my god. No book. Well, I guess it's not every time. See, more lore. An aged door. That's technically... Ooh, resin. I want to see what this door looks like, because this is... Aged stuff can only be gotten from these places. It's only okay. Aged stuff can only be gotten from dungeons, and honestly, there's a part of me that's just like, I kind of like doing dungeons just for the aesthetic stuff. I mean, this is a very aesthetic game in the first place. Never found out where those guys were coming from, huh? So doing it just for the aesthetics is... I don't know. I feel like I'm probably not the only person who does that. I feel like there's probably a lot of people out there who will hunt dungeons just to find prettier blocks to build with. I can't be alone in that. I mean, people do in entire portions of Minecraft and just in order to like get fancier looking outfits. Like there's those new things you can do in Minecraft, because I watch Hermitcraft, so it's the only, like, modern Minecraft that I get exposed to. But there's those new things where you can add, like, trim to armor, and it's actually a fairly hard method to do, and people still do it because, well, people care about the aesthetics, right? I also just really like the feel of just like, oh, well, can I harvest these? No, I can't. I've obviously done a lot of dungeon work because look at all of these fancy things I have in my house. Okay, well, looks like we finished the jail side here. This is... I apologize. This has been a fairly uneventful dungeon. So we've done that one. Have we done this one? We've done that one. You can see... What was that vessel? Foraging. I often don't care as much about the foraging vessels. We have a combat book that we haven't read. Sorry, Eden. Character just kind of chomps down on them. There's a torch in there, so we've gone that way. There's a torch in there, so we've gone that way. And that's the way I just went. Wow. Okay then. That was not the greatest of dungeons. Yeah, I guess we fucking leave. Normally, there's a lot more combat involved in these. Normally, they're a lot more dangerous. I will admit, though, some of the danger is just getting to them a lot of the time. The overworld can be just as, if not more, dangerous than everything else. We are going to go ahead and unequip our shields so that we can climb. And we're going to climb to the top of this real quick. Just because there's often a secret extra vessel on the top of these things. Not always, though. Yep, right there. Oh, I missed the jump. This one was ore vessel. So, very much worth it. Zinc. Is that one of the ones that turns into bronze? No. Don't care then. Our blacksmith right now is trying to get into the Bronze Age, so that's why I'm kind of focusing on that so much. So we do have one ruin done. I do want to find another ruin, but then I might... So what I might do here is, just planning ahead, is we have a river that goes all the way back to our return point. So we'll head south. That is a ruin as well. We'll head south, grab these two ruins, or at least check them out, and then we can use the river to get back. It is 6 p.m. in... Oop. Oh, please don't kill me. Why am I even harvesting it? I know for a fact that I'm going to leave the stuff behind. 6 or 7 p.m. in game, so we actually want to sleep before doing all this. There's no way I'm going to be traveling around at night. And this is why we bring our camping gear. Go ahead and put up a torch. So we got some light to sleep by. And I reorganize our loot. So we got 150 farming experience for curd. We got some rusty gears. We got some blueprints. Some more blueprints. Some aesthetic blanket thingy. A beautiful painting. And I don't know. I think I might drop the mine location. It's just very not nice. And then we have the age torch holders, which we can't make things that replace those, so those are kind of really fucking valuable. They allow us to, like, we'll be able to light up town and stuff like that. In fact, we have our own base fairly well lit at this point, so most of these are going to be donated to town to help light up town. I'm guessing that Mahari is not looking at their screen. I am really guessing that Mahari is not looking at their screen. We may have to travel at nighttime. That'll suck a lot. That will suck an absolute ton. I'm not going to sit around and wait for them to finally look at their screen. Oh well. Guess that happens. I also just realized I brought my magic book with me. That's another inventory slot that we could have used for something more interesting. I just try to carry that around with me all the time because it contains the vast majority of my recipes. But we definitely don't need freaking rust magic recipes while we're out in the wild exploring. Okay. That's definitely a ruin of some kind. And that looks like it might be a ruin. Man, so I increased the chance of ruins by 25%. That's all I did, is 25%. And, ooh, they're all over the place now. Which is perfect. That's kind of what I want the... Sorry, I heard a weird noise. There are T-Rexes out here, and if we run into one, we are probably just dead. It's a wolf. I can handle wolves. Well, this is cool as fuck. Lectern, some ruins, straw bread. Ooh, there's a reed chest hidden in there. Survivor cloak? Nice. Miner pants. What does this look like? We'll check it out in a second. We're kind of out in the open right now. Aged polished basalt rock. I bet that's very pretty. Another reed chest. A rosary. More flax twine. Survivor shirt. We'll take the rosary. Can we break that down into anything? No. Oh, I like how they built these benches. They chiseled these out. Oh, these little pews. Dark beige aged book. Can't write in it. Some ruined doors. Those are the kind that if I broke them, they would shatter, I believe. And there's a church back here. Let's see if we can get in this. Love the fact that screaming at other players to sleep made it into this game too. Yeah. We unfortunately need everyone to sleep, and I believe that Mahari tends to, I mean, Mahari's one of my real life friends. So, you know, don't get too mad at him, but he does tend to ADHD out and forgets to pay attention to the chat. Especially if he's, like, doing something, like blacksmithing or something like that. Also, welcome to the stream, Pori. It's been a little while. I'm planning on streaming every week now, by the way, although I still haven't gotten an idea yet of when. Okay, let's take off my armor so I can actually see what this cloak looks like. So this is what our malefactor cloak looks like. What's the survivor cloak like? It's the exact same thing, but slightly different skin. And it's a little bit more tattered. You can tell around the arms and stuff like that. It's a little bit more tattered. I'm good. I think I like the malefactor cloak better because the malefactor cloak also has that little blue scarf to it. We'll put our armor back on. I actually like the look of the wooden lamellar armor. It has a nice vibe to it. It has a really nice vibe to it. Although I do want to get some black bronze lamellar armor. That'd be fucking sexy as hell. Black bronze in this game is easily my favorite material to make things out of. See if there's anything up here. Can I take these lead panes? Ooh. Ooh. Okay, we found the real value of this church. We have aged glass lead panes. These are beautiful. Well, these are making it into my house now. This is 1,000,000% worth an inventory slot. Can I put this on? Oh, it's a bracelet. I really like my bronze bracelet. We'll leave this behind as well because we need inventory spaces. First stream I've been able to catch in a while due to time zones. Yeah, I also haven't been streaming that much, so, you know, half of one, 50% of another, right? See if we can get over to that other ledge with the catch ledge mod. Hey, I did it! I know it's probably hard to tell that I did it, but I did. Unfortunately, I have to put away the thing in my offhand slot, which is my torch, in order to be able to use the catch ledge mod. So if it's nighttime, because people aren't sleeping, then it will mean that you will lose track of light. What's that? There's like a banner or something right there. I think that is a banner. I can't put the torch down either, by the way, because it's raining, so it'll just go out. Okay. Green sun banner. Oh, it'll shatter if broken. That's unfortunate. Yeah, no one's really been in the stream yet, Pori, but I did notice that the last time I streamed the Vintage Story, because this is our second time streaming it, we had like somewhere around 100 people watch, which, to be honest, for second channel, pretty good numbers, especially on a stream. People try to just don't really watch this channel very much, which is fair. I have done 0 things to promote it, and even the things I have done to promote it, I've just put very little effort into. And then on top of that, as soon as I started promoting it, I stopped doing YouTube within a few weeks, so this is why I'm surprised that we're getting any amount of viewership, because, well, we're not exactly working for it. So we've been mostly just kind of chatting with the VOD watchers. Can I take the church windows? Oh, I probably can't because they're chisel blocks. They'll just break. And even if they don't break, I'd have to specifically put them at that angle and all that stuff. Yeah, that one's not worth it. But we did get 32 aged glass panes, which, ooh, I think that's actually the thing that I'm most excited for out of everything we've gotten on this dungeon run so far. So that was this ruin. I want to cross the river. We'll put our shield on and then hold out our torch. So there are wolves nearby, and I'd love to be able to block or parry a wolf if it decides to attack us. But we will have to put the torch away for a few moments while we cross the river. I apologize for how dark it's about to get. You probably can't see shit. There's not really much I can do about that. It's why I wanted a certain someone to sleep. I probably should have pinged them on Discord, now that I think about it. That would have been smart. There is actually a ping noise that happens in-game whenever someone talks to you. So... don't know how they didn't notice me talking to them over and over again. It's like this is just some sort of small ruin here. Ah, now they've noticed. Oh, there's a portal right there. I will say, that actually is a fair excuse. There's a lot of there's a lot of excuses they could have given. Oh, this is unfortunate timing. Put a torch right there. I have to find places where the torch will stay lit. What time is it in game? It is 11 in game. Still actually a good time to sleep. Good to see you. Hey, Bruce. I believe that is the first time you've ever been in one of my streams, or at least this is the first time you've ever talked in one of my streams. For people who don't know, I have been doing YouTube for going on 3 years now. Bruce is the first person to ever comment on one of my videos and has consistently commented on my videos just every once in a while for the last fucking 3 years. Dude is a legend. Legitimately a legend. I was just telling some people that I do actually plan on trying to stream it once every week, and I'm hoping to get back into YouTube as a whole. I've just been so fucking insanely busy. I honestly really miss it. I really, 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 really miss YouTube. It's just that yep, my bed dropped me. Time has kind of been the biggest issue. Oh, is there a monolith in there? There is. We will do this monolith. I'll show you guys. This is one of the features of the Rustbound Magic mod. Basically, if you've ever played Thaumcraft, very similar to the research process. Oh, come on. Speaking of parkour being a timing-based activity, I am failing it miserably right now. We want our bed back. Okay, so the way we do this is we need to get our staff out and a rusty... Oh! Throw my fucking money on the ground. And we can aim at this monolith and cast the basic transmutation spell on it. It'll stabilize it. Now, if we add a rusty gear, it charges it. And this will all make sense in a second. And then we have to get close enough that we can see it and sit down in order to meditate on it. It's going to just completely burn our sanity while we're doing this. But now we'll get a message saying, you've discovered new knowledge. Matt's mana is increased by 3. Actually, that's a really good one. So that increases our maximum mana, and you can see in our little book here that if we go to discoveries, basically there's 4 types: spires, pylons, martyrs, and monoliths. And there's actually rewards, I'm told, for getting all of these. Basically, a rift has a small chance of having one of these every time. Also, if I wanted to, now that I've researched it, I could go at it with a copper pickaxe and bring it with me. I don't think they do anything, or at least nothing I found yet, but they do look cool, and they are cool floaty things. And cool floaty things are always fun. We need our healing on our bar, and we don't need that on our bar. Okay, so that ruin was not much of anything. It's just kind of a little hole in the ground. I think what we'll do is, since we got these 3 ruins, we'll take a raft and we'll head back to home real quick. And I'm thinking about the next time we come down, we bring a chest with us, and we kind of just like pile a bunch of stuff at the return point, so we don't have to make these return trips over and over again. I think that would be a good idea. I didn't really think about the fact that I would run out of... Oh, there's more town like sunken down here. Well, that's cool. Swim down here and get this tool vessel. Metalworking 5. We're about to head back, so we'll hold on to that. And use the raft to kind of bounce up to the surface. This is a cool fucking place for a ruin to spawn. I've never seen that before. It's like a actual town, but with how like ruins spawn on both sides of the river, and then like the river itself kind of split the ruins in half. Kind of like a little bit of micro storytelling there. I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. Oh, and copper. Hell yeah. We'll mark that for other people. I have a native to dating ore as well on my traits here. Yeah, rushed minus 15% ore. So that's definitely going to be a someone else thing. In fact, I'll probably tell Mahari about it here in a moment, because I will also get Mahari to make me shit. Our return exit is right over there. Return exit? You know what I mean. I guess that's not exactly the wrong way to say it, but it's also not the right way to say it. So the big limiting factor is going to be our inventory space. It really is. So this is why I'm saying that we have to be kind of like hyper careful what we bring with us and bring back with us. We have to care about it quite a bit. Flax twine is just so incredibly valuable to everything in Vintage Story. It's kind of a progression point to be collecting a lot of flax twine. So we'll pretty much be taking that back with us every time. But outside of that, the question does become, well, how much do we want it? I am happy to have made one successful trip already, though. Hi, Piggy. And it's always nice to come home. Ooh. Oh, I thought that was a wolf. I think it would be nice to create some infrastructure to get back to spawn faster and maybe in a safer way. Because right now we kind of just have to, you know, head down the river and do some, what was that book? That old classic book of just a bunch of kids going down a river? I think it was like vaguely racist as well. I can't remember right now. Oop, that mosasaur saw us. I am being very careful because last time we saw there was a fucking T-Rex somewhere on this right side. So we're avoiding spending too much time over here. Because once something spawns, it is persistent until killed. Which is why this river is slowly being filled with these mosasaurs. Because, well, nothing's killing them. There's also a good chance that the T-Rex crossed the river at some point. Which is a terrifying thought. I don't want to have to deal with that. The T-Rex is... I'm 50-50 on whether we're going to be keeping them. I really... Come at me, bro. You scared? That wolf was coming at me for a second, but then ran away for some reason. Like, I'll fight a wolf. I'm not even scared of wolves. If I get the parry off, it won't even do damage to me. And if I miss the parry, it's going to do, like, 1 point of damage to me. Oh, God. We gotta clear out this river at some point. I need someone with a ranged weapon. It's not like I'm bad at ranged weapons with my stats. I just don't have one, and I haven't bothered to get good at them. I was kind of waiting for us to get better ranged weapons before I bothered with a bow. Maybe like a crossbow. We do have firearms as well. We added firearms via one of the mods. I think there's a couple people who are going to be very good at them based on their classes and stuff like that. But I think it'll be fun either way. It's just every once in a while just whip it out. Oh my god, there's so many of these fucking mosasaur thingies in here. Jesus Christ. We need a bridge. That's what we need. I do believe at some point in this stream, after we've done a little bit more exploration, because, well, I wanted to explore anyways, which is one of the reasons why we started streaming again today instead of just playing on our own. But after we do a little bit of exploration, I think I might do some building around here. Oh, jeez. Okay, I do want to fight a wolf, but that is a bunch of wolves. That is a bunch of wolves. That is a little dangerous to fight that many of them at once. Come at me. Yep. Get parried, bro. Oh, hey, that's one of Hazael's bees. Damn. I think that's the best I've ever handled a bunch of wolves before. Now, mind you, I do have this fucking literally disgustingly almost OP what is this thing called? Golden Falx. That's a medium hide. I don't really need that to be a hide. I need that. If I find any small hides, I can make paper with it, which is a pretty important thing for the rune magic, but getting a small hide without a bow is not going to be easy. Azael's infrastructure is sort of in the way, but that's okay. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is the monoliths that I've gathered. In fact, I'll actually make these guys not inert because they look prettier that way. They don't do anything that I know of once you have them researched. They kind of just sit there and they look pretty. Oh, Azael already got rid of my stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it a little bit harder. If you didn't see the beginning of the stream, I'm having kind of a little bit of a, not a prank war, but a ongoing prank of sorts with one of our community members who built this door and was complaining about the fact that I put a parkour course next to their door. And I am consistently keeping that parkour course. So we're going to make it a little bit harder for them to destroy the parkour course by putting it high enough in the air that they actually have to place some blocks to get up there and destroy the parkour course. So we're going to do that and then get a little bit more dirt. I'm thinking about making it so that, like, maybe we have to climb this tree. Can we do that? Break that branch. Oh, those aren't actual real tree blocks. You have to find the branchy leaves. So there's branchy leaves right there. We can break that one. I don't think I can stand on any of those, to be honest. Okay, so we'll do this. And then we'll be able to jump to here. 1, 2. Okay. And we're, by the way, in case it's not obvious, we're intentionally keeping this ugly because it's funnier that way. They'll be able to reach that, though, so we do want to put that higher in the air. It's also fun. I don't mean fun as in, like, the troll. The troll is fun, don't get me wrong. But it's also fun to do this little parkour course every time we want to get inside town, because I refuse to ever use that door. The reason I refuse to use the door, there's a little bit of a story here, is that I actually told them on day 1 that I'm going to make my own entrance to the area here, and they either ignored me or didn't listen and made this door, even though I told them that I didn't want a door there. Because I want to do a magical thing. There's like magical jump pads and stuff like that, where we'll be able to make a little jump pad where we just run up to it and it'll thrust us over the wall. Or either that, or there is a gateway that I can make that is literally, that's a goblin. Goblins are not scary. That's why I just one-shot it. There's like a magical gateway we can make where we'll be able to make the gateway up here, and it'll teleport like right into the center of town, and people can teleport to our base as well. No matter what it is, I plan on using magic to get up and down. I also just realized that I haven't shown off my new base in stream yet. Not this. This is not my new base. This is my old base. Up here, this is something else I maybe want to build on while we're streaming today, is where I'm going to be moving. I have this nice little garden up here. We have a nice view of the entire world. And what we're planning on doing is, with this hill here, kind of doing a Hobbit hole thing, where, like, there'll be multiple levels going down here. Think about Frodo's house from the beginning of Lord of the Rings, where there'll be a hole here, and there'll be multiple rooms. It'll kind of go a little bit into the ground. It'll come out over there into a different garden. It'll come out of there, and there'll be some ritual circles and stuff like that. We're kind of doing this vibe this time around, where I'm kind of playing a full druid, mage kind of thing. I'm avoiding stone. I'm allowing myself to have stone path stairs and stuff, because I don't really like the look of wood stairs out in the wild. But yeah, we're going to have like a whole thing, and I might work on that during the stream today as well. I'm not sure. It'll depend on how much time we have. It's only 6 p.m. my time, so I will have to take a 5-minute break right around the 2-hour mark, the stream 2-hour mark. But outside of that, I have most of the day for you guys. And again, this being Vintage Story, it is just kind of going to be a chill stream. So hopefully you guys are in for that. Let's real quickly put away a lot of the stuff that we got. Holy shit, we need more storage so badly. This is not going to be organized, and I hate it. We'll put these lead panes there. We will put these farming books. This is my trade vessel out here. This is for other people. Metalworking. We'll put away our manual this time, so we have another inventory slot. We need more storage space. I have a solution to storage space if Mahari is around. If they aren't, that's okay as well. If they are around, I could probably have them make me nails, and then I can make an actual treasure chest, which will be like a lot more storage. A lot more storage. Let's go ahead and we'll just put the painting up, to be honest. There we go. And put a blueprint in there. We just need so much storage space right now. And put that on the ground. Okay. That's good enough. You know what? We probably don't need the flint and sticks. We can find them out in the wild. And we have a bunch of copper tools, so they aren't breaking anytime soon. Plus, we can gather more flint if we leave flint behind. We are going to take a stack of dirt this time, though. We gained a slot back, and we instantly used a new slot. Oh, we also have that bamboo on us. Jesus Christ, I need storage. Let's see if they have the ability to get me nails right away. I sort of doubt it. Okay, I'm going to have to reorganize later, because this is one of my magic chests. Okay, so let's look at nails real quick. So if they made copper nails, 9 pieces smelt into 1 copper. So we should get 9. If I understand that math correctly, we should get 9 nails. And then with nails, we should be able to make some chests. And we only need 1 per chest. Okay, let's go pay Mahari a visit. And, of course, we will never use this door. Let's go ahead and use the parkour course. Gotta make a jump this time. Oh, that's actually very fun. Murder a goblin. I've never gotten loot from a goblin because of my loot negatives, so we're just not going to loot it. And head over to Mahari's. Hex, like, never plays, so we're going to eat some of their berries. They would have just rotted anyways. We need to kill this orc. If orcs get behind you, they're pretty dangerous. Plus, they drop gears, which we use all the time. Man, if anyone knows the solution to the fact that, like, I can show you guys. If I shift-click this, it creates a ghost gear. Or ghost eddy. Anytime you shift-click anything, it creates a ghost. And I don't know what's causing that, and I haven't been able to fix it. We've tried so many things in order to fix it. It's one of the more annoying things. That and this hitching that happens whenever you're moving around. I haven't been able to solve either one of those. Hello there.
Greetings.
I am completely out of storage space.
Oh, are you? Well, I was
Yes.
just expanding mine.
Yeah. I have some things if you want. I can trade as well. Also, no, never mind. I was going to make a suggestion, but you already did the thing I was going to suggest, which was to make double wide trunks, but I just visually couldn't tell.
Oh, yeah.
I have some aesthetic stuff if you want to, like, come by and trade for stuff. I do also still need a hammer, not like trying to run it home, but just reminding you, because the rune magic mod has a lot of chiseling needs.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, I can do that real quick before I go make dinner.
You have temporal gears. Would you like to trade for one of those?
Oh, you don't have one. Okay.
No, I need
yeah,
4 of them from the rune magic mod.
I only need to have 1 spare, so yeah, you can have 2 of them. I was actually trying to think of ways to get rid of them.
I will trade you anything in my house for these, more or less. These are so expensive for me to make.
Well, okay then. I guess I'll come up with you.
Yeah, come with me, and I will basically sell you some shit. I was just telling Stream that, so I do require that you assist me in this, because I need more people on my side, right? So don't go through the door up here, okay? We never use this door. We never use this door, okay? So what I'm doing is every time we come in and out, I'm creating a parkour course to avoid using the door, because the door only exists because Azale didn't listen to me. Plus, it's a good practice for the parkour skill. So just never use the door. And if you see the parkour course missing, make a new one. Okay?
Okay, why?
Because I'm trolling Azale because they didn't listen to me. They took all that time to build the door whenever I specifically said I want to make my own entrance over there.
Oh.
So I'm basically, I will say for stream, Azale is one of my friends, one of the long-time members of the channel, and we do in fact troll both of each other, so it is not unwelcome per se. So don't think I'm just a bad person. I wouldn't do that to almost anyone else on the server, but they didn't listen to me, so this is their own damn fault. Let me make chests real quick, or otherwise I literally won't be able to pick up anything. Let me see if I can remember how to make double wide chests. Is it really that simple? It is just that simple. Okay. We are going to shove these down onto the ground for now somewhere. And I'm going to hate this, but I just need them on the ground. Oh, so ugly. I just need space and the quick. Things that I could trade that you might want. I have a lot of flax twine. I have 1 piece of resin. Yeah, I don't imagine that that's one of the ones that's on the list for you.
Nah.
I'm about to do some more exploring, so I will have a bunch of aged torch holders, and I have some of these aged wooden chairs as well for aesthetics.
The The torch holders are pretty good.
Yeah, I only have
whoa.
2, but I'm about to get a lot more. Do not take the... Nope. Pane glass is not
Whoa,
yours.
where did you get those?
Nope, not yours.
How did you get them?
I found a church, and the pane glass was able to be collected.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I actually was just gushing on stream about the fact that that was like my favorite thing out of my entire trip. If I have any leftover after I'm building my house, you're welcome to have some, but they're very, very high demand for me. Just noticed something that I can use to combine. Man, I'm going to have to fucking organize my house, aren't I? Oh,
That's what I'm in the process of doing.
yeah. Because without organizing my house, I mean, honestly, I should probably just move to the new house. We have planks. I have a saw. I should move to the new house and start building it. Because this is just not enough room anymore. I mean,
Yeah, that's why I built that second room in the back of my house, and then I'm also going to be building a basement for both cellar food storage. That way I can help Quird keep his bakery.
there you go. Here's some other gifts. In return. Sorry, other trade.
Oh, nice.
That should help offset the cost a little bit as well.
It's only 5 experience, but hey, 5 experience.
It's 5 experience in metalworking though.
It's true.
That's a
Basically,
lot of
do
copper.
forging stuff.
Yeah, that's a lot of copper in experience. Also, they don't really the metalworking is considered overpowered by the mod author, so they don't come in higher than 10s in my experience. At least I've never seen one higher than 10.
Oh, you wouldn't happen to have a candle, would you? Actually, I'd love a candle.
Oh, yes. I can make so many light sources with this mod that I don't need my candles. So let's just find one and break one. Here you go. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, because these purple candles, these mage candles, I can just make. And they're the same as normal
Oh, really?
candles. But then purple, so I don't care about candles. And my lantern...
To know...
Go ahead.
You're a little bit more experienced in smithing. This is my first time doing it, like, on the regular. You wouldn't happen to know how many... how many ingots it takes to make a plate, would you?
A plate? So there's an inefficient way and an efficient way. It takes 2.5-ish to make it the inefficient way on an anvil, and then later you'll get a pulverizer with like windmills and stuff like that only takes 2 instead of 2.5.
Ugh, I don't want to waste half an ingot. There's no mold for it, I take it?
Nope. Well, at least not in vanilla. Let's check if there is a plate mold in the mod pack. Floor plate stone. No, there's no plate mold in our mod pack, unfortunately. I did have one for a while, but even the plate mold required 250 instead of 200. But the nice thing about that is that you would have gotten the 50 back, right, from how you can do, crucibles.
Yeah. Dang, I want to get a lantern, because I'd love to get a lantern to attach to my belt. It'll make going into a cave way more safe.
Can you make any of the belt lanterns?
It's a good question. I actually didn't know. Before
Yeah,
I go and waste this plate.
I was about to say, I think all of the belt lanterns are gotten from dungeons and traders. I'm not 100% sure on that, though. We do have the mod for that. I've not looked into the mod. We do have heart lanterns. Let's see. I think there's just that one. The minor belt and lantern. Either that or there's another way of doing it that I'm not aware of. I can actually check super fast real quick. I'm gonna make sure that I actually have the mod itself. Because it's called Wearable Light, so I can find it very fast. Might have to look up the mod and see if there is a thing that I'm not finding. Oh, well, that's why we can't find the recipe. Somehow the mod got deleted at some point. It's not on the list here.
Oh, it's not.
It's not.
It's just not there.
Yeah,
That's funny.
I'll add that back in after I'm done streaming tonight.
Okay, well, it's going to take me a minute to actually make it, because when I go back downstairs, I'm gonna heat up that copper and get a hammer mold cooling for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have to go make dinner.
Oh, no problem. I'm going to be taking a short break from streaming for like 10 minutes to get some food in a moment. But if you don't mind, before you leave, could you sleep? So, because it's 8 p.m. in game, and I'm going to head back out into the wilderness now that I have some chests put down to make sure that I can actually store this stuff as I bring it back. So I literally ran out of storage bringing my stuff back.
Sure. I'll run down there now.
Thank you. Okay, so the plan is we're going to take one more trip into our Forbidden West. And once we get a little bit more stuff, we will come back, take a short break. And then if people are interested, I might do some building. I'd really like to get my new place, my little hobbit hovel, my witchy cabin, my druidy kind of hole up and running. And I might do a little bit around town as well. We've kind of talked about it on the server, and we're going to be allowing people to have a creative mode chisel, with the rule that the chisel can't be used for anything other than aesthetic chiseling. Because I like things being pretty, but chisels go so fast. If you put a copper chisel and a copper hammer in my hands, that chisel will break within an hour. So you just go through them really, really, really fast whenever you're doing aesthetic things. If you don't know about chiseling, you're going to see one of the wonderful things about this game. The chiseling mechanic in this game is honestly, that looks buddy as hell. That's really funny. Honestly, something very, very cool. Basically, you can like cut micro blocks or even add micro blocks into things, and you can combine materials. So like you can start chiseling on like this rammed earth, but you could put wood into there. So a lot of those things that you saw on like the church, for example, that we had just explored, are things that I can actually make. It's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. Let's check our farm before we leave, because this is one of our most important resources. Looks like we have about a day in game before it matures, so we have time to go. I don't care about taking a little bit of damage, so we're just gonna jump here. You know what I could do? I just thought about this. I could escalate this quite a bit and make like a monkey bridge that leads to like a floating platform that then leads to like a parkour course that leads into town, and make it just like make the parkour course that goes over top of Azale's entrance just kind of an actual official thing. Oh my gosh. They literally built this fence in the worst possible location for me. It's whatever, though. I'm going to stop complaining about it. Oh, that one's really big. We should have everything we need still, though. So we have food, we have healing, we have a stack of dirt, a bed, some torches. Yeah, we got everything we need. Weapon, obviously. Shield, obviously. Put the shield back on. Hi there. They jump out of the water, by the way, so yep. We're going to try and keep away from that guy. I've considered putting the portal to the Forbidden West closer to town, but there's something that I kind of like about the fact that if you are going to do this travel, like, Vintage Story wants travel to be kind of hard. The main storyline actually has this thing where every dungeon that you have to do for the main storyline has a minimum distance between each other. And I think the minimum distance by default is like 2.5k blocks. So Vintage Story wants to be a journey, an exploration game. And it does a pretty damn good job of it. So whenever even though I made the Forbidden West, which lets us see new terrain and stuff like that, the reason it's there is just because, well, it's a server. And some people are going to play more than other people. So it gives us an opportunity to see areas without having to worry about the fact that the longer the server goes on, the farther and farther people have to explore. Get wrecked. In fact, I'm actually not even going to harvest it. The only thing it would drop for me would be hides and fat, and I honestly don't need any, but I also wasn't going to be able to run away from it without being closer to the water. So we're just not going to worry about harvesting. Again, someone out there is probably yelling at me for not harvesting that wolf because hides are very important, and it's about to be winter in game, so they're even more important, but I don't care. kind of how I play games. And if you're new to the channel, then this is probably going to be news for you. But I tend to play games the way I want to play them. And a lot of times I will even restrict myself because I like games being hard. So if there's some sort of like overpowered build or some cheaty way to overcome some sort of challenge, I'm not likely to do it. In fact, I'm more likely to create like roleplay builds and builds that have a bit of a story to them, but they're also going to be more challenging. Like whenever I was playing Cataclysm, I had characters that had positives, sure, but they also had negatives. One of the future characters that I was thinking about was going to have a really big negative of not wanting to use firearms or not wanting to use melee weapons. You know, something that makes it very interesting. We only have one more ruin that's easy to get to. That one's going to be a pain in the ass to get to up in the mountains. So we're going to head over to this ruin over there, and we will review the map afterwards to see if we can find any other ruins. Cool trick I learned, by the way. If you pull out the raft while you're jumping into water, because the water doesn't have Minecraft physics, where if you jump into it, you just immediately lose all of your falling damage momentum, the raft does kind of put it back into Minecraft rules, where because it bounces you up, you can jump into water from a much higher height and a much smaller amount of water, and it will actually save you. It's very nice. Default, though, if you're just playing Vintage Story, if you jump, like, anywhere over 20 or 30 blocks, you need, like, 20 blocks of water continuous in order to not hit the bottom of the river and take damage. I will say, though, the air quotes realism of that is not super accurate. I'm sure some people know about the concept of hard water. It's a real thing. Because of how water is incompressible, if you were to fall a couple hundred feet or even 1,000 feet onto water, it would be like hitting concrete. You would die very fast. It would break most of your bones, and then you would afterwards sink into the water. It would suck. Don't do it. It's a bad idea. This is a cool hole in the ground, not a ruin. That's unfortunate. We are going to climb over here, though. See if we can find a ruin just by looking around. Also hear a shiver underground. Hopefully it is unable to get out of the hole in the ground there. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's some cool fucking terrain generation. It's probably because there's a river down there cutting the land apart. Oh, hey. A raccoon. Can I get a small pelt from you? Now, small pelts I care a lot about. No. Because small pelts make... Why is it not disappearing? That's super weird. Normally, if there's no loot, they disappear. Huh. Anyways. It looks like there might be something over there. That also might just be a desert. If it is a desert, I'd be very interested, because there's desert ruins that I've never seen. I think we'll go that way. Hopefully someone going exploring is interesting because, well, that's what we're going to be doing. I plan on streaming this again next week, and again, I'll probably have some playtime between this stream and the next. If there's anything that you'd like to see in Vintage Story that I haven't already mentioned that I'm going to be doing. Like, I do plan on doing the storyline. In order to start the storyline, you have to find a specific type of trader, and I just haven't yet. You were thinking about getting this game with my friends and unlock anything up and learn naturally. Is that at all plausible? Yes and no. So there is actually an in-game survival handbook. It tells you how to do everything in every mod. I have never gone to a wiki to look up anything. Ever. Except for maybe some mods that don't have good documentation. But if you were to play this game, I'd play its vanilla first. The vanilla game is very, very good. But I would suggest going to like the guides here and going to the starter guide and the progression guide, because learning it just by playing and not reading the in-game guides, now that would be fucking hard. This game, kind of like before Minecraft had guides, if you're old enough to remember that, this game is not obvious on how to play. We still did some damage. That's unfortunate. Is this limestone? Okay. For a second, I thought it was marble. If it was marble, it'd be very, very pretty. Thanks for coming along, Bruce. I hope you have a good day at work. I believe, if I remember correctly, you're a trucker or something equivalent to that. So, I wish you luck, because that's probably going to be a long drive. But yeah, I would say, honestly, I never watched any videos about this game until I had already played it for probably 100 hours. So you can definitely not watch videos. You can definitely not get external sources, but I would strongly suggest reading the in-game stuff. And you don't even have to start by reading it, but there's a lot of mechanics to the game that are not Minecraft. Like, if you go in going, oh, I want to play a game like Minecraft, you will never be able to figure out how to even make your first tool. You won't even be able to figure out how to start the game. So I would strongly suggest reading the in-game guide, but outside of that, like, you can learn the game while playing the game. Just refer to the guide every once in a while whenever you get lost, and outside of that, like, just enjoy yourself, explore, interact with things, experiment with things, and as long as you're not a person that's easily frustrated, because it is a very deadly game, and, ooh, that's some weird terrain generation. Okay, then I think most people who like harder rustic survival games will enjoy this. And if you liked Minecraft, or more specifically, if you liked games like RLcraft, you would probably also enjoy this. If you do like RLcraft, you probably enjoy some of the mods we have, because it adds like dungeons and stuff like that. Now, mind you, the game does have base dungeons, but not nearly as many, and the vast majority of the ones that you would have seen on stream, if you're watching the VOD or the stream itself, were added by the mods, because I liked exploring. One of the reasons I like RLcraft, you can just sit there and do only dungeons in RLcraft. Like, you don't even have to play the game outside of that. We're going to use this river to go north. I don't want to get too far away. So this is at around negative 20,000. I don't want to get more than about 1,500 blocks away from the entrance at any given point. Because it'll be a pain in the ass to get back. That is very cool, but very much probably not intentional terrain generation. It looks like it stops at some point, though. Interesting. Now, I do recommend Vintage Story. I think most people would like Vintage Story because you don't have to fight, you don't have to explore. That's just the things that I enjoy doing. Like, Kurd back in town just spends all of their time cooking and farming, and it's a full-time job. It's one of those games that's best played with friends. But if you liked the old, like, Minecraft mod packs where you have a million jobs to do and there's no way in hell you're ever going to complete them, then whenever you play this game solo, you will definitely get that vibe. There will always be something to do, and you'll never have the time to complete all of them. Kind of gives me the same vibe as, like, Stardew Valley, where instead of stamina, it's time of day, and instead of falling asleep at the end of the day, you just need to finish a lot of things before winter comes. Okay, we'll put that farming boat down because that's a bug, and I shouldn't have gotten that. Because the vessel didn't actually break. Okay, I'll pick it back up because sometimes that allows me to duplicate things, and it's a server bug. Why did I eat it? That farming book was not meant for me. Well, I ate the farming book, which is probably for the best because it was a server bug anyways, and I don't farm, so that was literally wasted. This right here, though, it's one of my favorite biomes. This is actually an intentional part of this biome, where there's like these raised mountains. It's very, very cool. I will admit, though, we're about 2 hours in, and I think my boyfriend gave me a sore throat. So my throat is starting to actually kind of murder me. We may only stream for another hour, which is unfortunate because I was actually planning on streaming from like 4 to 5 hours. But my throat is starting... It started off a little scratchy, and now it's all the way up to painfully annoying. We're going to make a little parkour course to get out here. God, I love this climb on mod. If the person who made this mod ends up watching the video again, the VOD again, dude, I love your mod so much. So much. This and the Farseer mod, which you see in the dark... Whoa. Game just froze. You see in the distance those little, like... I don't know how to describe them. They're like the low LOD bluish mountains in the distance. That's actually real terrain, by the way. That's what the terrain actually looks like. And then the Farseer mod generates these low LOD plates for the skybox in order to give you a general idea of what that looks like in the distance. So instead of getting that Minecraft effect where the land just ends at some point, you get this effect where it looks like the terrain actually goes on. Now, in some directions, like that way, the terrain hasn't been generated, so it can't do it. But man, that's just such a fucking cool effect. Between the climbing mod and these are my favorite 2 mods, and they will probably be on every server I ever run, even if I don't run content mods. Because Farseer is just, it's incredible. If you can, go give them support so that they keep that mod updated. Because man, it is easily one of the coolest and best small things you can do to make this game so much more aesthetically pleasing. And I'm just sitting here running around, my head cut off, talking to you guys instead of paying attention to the fact that we can use the map to try and find... Oh, what the fuck is that? Well, we know where we're going. The fuck is that? That's so big. Okay. Maybe I get to talk about it. I didn't want to talk about it until we found one, but there's something in this game called megastructures. There's some of them in vanilla, but not very many, and Bed of Ruins adds a bunch of megastructures. They can be towns, they can be giant fucking abandoned aqueducts, they can be bridges, enormous fucking castles. They're like above ground dungeons. If this is a megastructure, I am going to be very happy. I was just checking the time there. In the in-game time, it is 2 p.m. in-game. What we'll probably do then, since my throat is hurting, we will probably finish this exploration. We'll poke around a little bit around town. We'll talk about our plans for the house so that you guys can see an update between now and next stream. And we will see how my throat's feeling around then and potentially get off. But don't leave now. We got a little bit, probably at least another hour or so. Oh, we're going to be up on a cliff. That's so cool. Hold on. That was a screenshot moment for sure. Mega structure. Okay, let's get our shield out. Make sure we have our shield on. Get our sword out. Oh, man. I would have built a base here. Built a whole town around this if we had found one of these close to home. We're going to recolor this to, like, blue. And we'll change the thing... we can leave it like that. We're going to rename it Megastructure. Because we'll be leaving this marker here afterwards, and I want to be able to find this again in the future. This is very fucking cool. The last one of these that I explored was very dangerous. Oh, bunny. We need to kill the bunnies. Must kill the bunnies. If we can. They're faster than us. The last one of these I explored was very dangerous. Oh god, this thing looks cool as fuck. Is there a loot out here? No, that's Dried Ashlar. Because they're usually dangerous, we're going to use the parkour mod and climb the outside of it. This is kind of what I do in RLCraft as well. Yeah, look at that. Locusts. Where I try not to approach the mod approach the dungeons the way that the mod wants me to. Because that's how you get in danger. You're wondering why I'm putting my stuff away, by the way, every time I do this. You have to have your hands free in order to do the parkour. So I can't have anything in my hands. Why is this not working all of a sudden? Is it because there's a... Ah, that's probably why. Because there was a pseudo block there with the carved things. Oh, there's a treasure chest up here as well. A miner's mask? That's nice. A Jonas parts? Flux gap connector. That lets you make some of the cool later stuff, like a base teleporter and shit like that. So we'll keep the Jonas parts. They're, in my experience, they are very rare. So they're probably a good idea to hold on to. Okay, since we were having trouble with the patch ledge mod whenever it comes to these micro blocks, we're not going to try and make that jump. I feel like that jump is just a bad idea. Hold on. Speaking of, my boyfriend is texting me like a million fucking times. So we're going to mute our phone real quick. We will respond to them later. We are streaming. They understand. This is not news to them. So we'll do some Minecraft building here. And we will put a block down over there. Yeah, look at that. Cannot place a block there. There's another in that. That's why there's a micro block there. And now we'll jump. Why didn't I take damage? I mean, I'm fine with it, but fuck, that scared the shit out of me for a second. I thought we were just trying to fall, like, all the way into, like, the deep underground or something like that. Well, if we ever needed limestone, fuck. So many limestone boulders here, we could just get a ton. Limestone is actually very valuable, by the way, in case you didn't know. You use it to make leather, but I did already gather a ton of limestone. Okay, so there's definitely enemies in there, and definitely stuff in there. Okay. I think we've done enough outside rim exploration. Well, let's explore the other side real quick too. I don't think I saw anything up there whenever we were up there. Oh, hey, we managed to climb that one. Nice. Let's see if we can get up here. Yes, we can. Parkour. Parkour. Yeah, let's see if we can get up there. Ah! No, no, no. No? That locust is like... really... Oh, speaking of, locusts climb walls, by the way. Let's go ahead and put our staff in our inventory so that we have soil out at all times. And we want to put a block down like right there-ish. And then a block there. Now we can make that jump. Whew. Playing Mirror's Edge Minecraft Edition over here. Hope this isn't making anyone nervous. I don't know. Maybe I do hope that this is making someone nervous. Okay, this gives us access to this up... Ooh. Fancy chest! We might take that fancy chest with us. I want some fancy chests. That's worth an inventory slot. Aged treasure chest. A crown? Don't mind if I do. King pants? Don't mind if I do. And we'll take the dagger and just like put it up against the wall so we can take this chest in a moment. I don't really care about the high boots though. Sorry, not my jam. I mean, crowning ourselves. That's a whole vibe. I do love that whenever I have my hood on, you can't tell that I'm crowned. Hold on, let's see what this looks like. Yeah. Yeah. Plus I got the the king's belt earlier. So if I get the whole garb, is this like a Zodia? Do I just become the king? Let's go ahead and take off our lamellar pants so we can see what these look like. I think we have to take off our armor too, real quick. They kind of just look like that, it looks like. Interesting. So they're the white and the gold there. Do I like the musketeer pants better? No, I actually do like the white quite a bit. We'll put our stuff back on. We need better boots. That'll really... They are purple. Purple's definitely one of our colors, so... You didn't know. Channel colors are purple and black. We don't need the musketeer pants anymore. What's the miner mask look like? No, I really like my Malefactor mask. I was really happy to have gotten that. We'll get rid of the musketeer pants as well. Let's see. Jailer pants? Another map to an abandoned mine. Is this one a reasonable location away? Let's see. I think this one over here to the right is the first one I got. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the... Okay, this is definitely the new one. It is so far away. Wait, maybe it's not. Nope. They're both about 10,000 blocks away from spawn. So this is spawn. This one is all the way up there. And this one's all the way over there. Cool story, bro. We're leaving that behind. Let's see. Gem-studded bracelet. Ooh. Unfortunately, you can't see it with my armor on. But the bracelets are very nice. You can see it on the wrist there. Hold on. Yeah. I mean, that is very kingly, right? I'll keep the bronze bracelet because I also like the bronze bracelet. Bronze is actually one of my favorite metals in real life. which I feel like I can say with a little bit more certainty than a lot of people that I know, because, well, I do jewelry as an actual job as an artist, so I know a lot about metals. Specifically gemstones mostly, but metals also. Okay. Let's head down. Locust. Oh my god, I can't hit it. There we go. Okay, there's definitely a locust nest here somewhere. Yeah, that's way too many locusts to be coincidental. There it is, I think. What? Hi, this stretch. Oh, this is that's cool. That's a signature. Well, if you ever see at Serene in 2025, well, the last one was a date. Serene, you did a very good job. You did a very good job. I like that you left the signature as well. That's very cool. Let's see if we can find this locust nest. There's got to be one around here somewhere, right? There's no way this place is just naturally generating this many locusts. Ooh, torch holder. As you heard me and Mahari discuss earlier. Oh, we can take these aged crates, by the way. These are a huge help because not only are they pretty, but they actually work as storage. And I will keep the copper ingots. That's actually a decent amount of copper. We'll drop the rest of that in a minute. Oh, I like that they had a forge here, and then they... Man, you did such a good job of this map. Dude. Aged crates. Filled with aged wooden stairs. You know, it is really tempting to go to one of these dungeons. I'm gonna keep these stairs. And just collect... And this one's dried grass. Collect all of the aged, like, wood stuff, and make an entire base with that. That would be kind of a flex, right? Just being like, yeah, we've done so many dungeons that I can literally build my base out of dungeon material. Because then we could also do, like, the aged, polished, cobbled stuff and stuff like that. Yeah, that would be quite a flex. Is there seriously not an actual locust generator? The large crates are just junk, though. You can't do anything with those. Oh. Wow. We're dumb. It was literally right behind us. So we're going to... Oh. Fuck you. Fuck you. These are hard to break single player because they sometimes generate locusts as you're breaking them, which makes it very fucking hard to break. We don't want that. We don't need coal. Is there anything else we don't need? We'll keep this. Another junk crate. Can't pick up that table. I will be trying to make glue sometime soon so I can pick up stuff, because I actually have a unique lantern with this class, but I have to find a Jonas lamp somewhere. And that's going to be underground, not in a ruin. So I just haven't gotten around to doing any underground ruins yet. I've only done this kind of ruin. Okay. Looks like we've cleared this side. I think I saw more. That's the central building. Is that it? Don't make it sound like I was disappointed by that. This place was really fucking cool. Really fucking cool. But I'm not sure if that's just like the whole of the dungeon then. Oh wait, there's a collapsed trunk here. Ah, that's more loot. Bunch of torches, fishing lure mole, black shingle block. Can I turn that back into shingles? Because if I can... I think I'm gonna take that anyways. Helvhammer mold. Quartz. Red ceramic. Plaster. The black shingles, though. We'll leave the miner's mask. Oh, I can't drop into this chest. Let's double check to make sure we didn't miss any chests. I didn't even recognize that that was a chest. Because it's one of the collapsed ones. If I break this crate of junk metal, and... Actually, I can take the crate, though. Hold on. No, that's a junk one. Never mind. We're going to drop the stuff that we were trying to drop earlier. And let's actually head upstairs. And cool place. Serene. I'll have to keep that in mind. Very cool place, dude. Very cool place. Oh, you left multiple signatures right at the end of the dungeon. I appreciate you. We'll go ahead and sleep through the night and keep going. That was my first megastructure of the server. Very fucking cool megastructure. I do want to at least fill my inventory before we're done exploring for the day. So let's see if we can find at least one more. It dropped me again. How did I get up there the first time? I think I did this. So glad that Kurd gave me all this pemmican. Need to remember to repay him later. What kind of trees are those? Oh, those are normal trees. It's September now, so it's becoming, what would that be season called? Fuck my brain. Autumn. There we go. Okay, that looks like a ruin, potentially. Go ahead and mark that. That definitely looks like a ruin. That might even be a megastructure again. That one looks more interesting, so we're going to head that way. Although, it is starting to get to be the point where that is getting very far away. So once we head up there, we'll head east from there, so that we're kind of circling the spawn point and not getting too far away from it. Again, flint is important. We will grab flint everywhere we see it. If you're someone who also plays Vintage Story, feel free to leave any of your interesting stories or encounters with the game in the comments below. It's a fun game, and if people go in there and read the comments about like experiences people have had with the game, they will be able to decide on their own whether they want to play or not. I think that this is a game that deserves a lot more recognition. I'm really happy to see people like Ribbits Raptor and some other big YouTubers. There's also this guy named Raccoona who I watch, who also plays a lot of Vintage Story. And even Private Lime played it for a little bit as well. I think it's a game that definitely needs more recognition than it's already getting, which is saying something, because it is starting to get a lot of recognition these days, which I so appreciate. Their updates are even getting faster as well. For a while there, they were only updating like once every year or so, and I think it's been less than a year since 1.20, so they're getting a little quicker. And their updates are pretty significant too, which is appreciated. What is that? Oh, it's a type of mushroom. Okay. Oh, this is not a megastructure. Barely even a ruin, to be honest. It's something, though. Some combat EXP. Can't really complain about that. Man, if we live close to this is just basically a mushroom farm, huh? There's like a million mushrooms on this thing. That is actually kind of cool in its own right. 50 dating EXP. Hell yeah. I actually do a lot of dating because I do a lot of base construction, so having like reduced tool durability loss and stuff like that, super useful. Okay. So our portal's over there. So let's head... Is that a ruin? No. Let's head east. And if we get all the way to the river, that's probably going to be right around here, we'll head back. Because we're actually rapidly approaching 3 hours. And my throat is not doing well. I don't know if you guys can hear it yet, but I definitely think I might be coming down sick. Like, you guys are actually... Aww. The little chick. Can I just, like, pick it up? I don't know this mod. It doesn't seem so. Oh man, we had a mod that added like a million little critters, like little birds, ducks, etc. However, it was actually causing so much lag on our server that whenever I looked at the server console, it was throwing out its sections for like missing chunks of the mod. Fuck, it was like 19 a second every second that there was a duck on screen. So there's kind of been an ongoing meme in our Discord about how ducks tried to destroy the server. And whenever I removed the mod apologized, or the console apologized for removing every duck from the universe. So I have now consistently had a GIF of a duck exploding, being a response to pretty much any kind of message someone sends me. Because this server may get called Duck Murder. I don't know. We haven't named it officially, but that's the one that I want to name it. Because it's funny. And we blew up ducks in order... We sacrificed the entirety of the genocide of ducks for the server's sake. You know. The good of many. What is it called? For the greater good. There we go. Okay. We have some more map generation. Do we see any ruins? I hope no one thinks that this is cheating, because honestly, the ruins are really fucking hard to find. That could be, but it also could just be a patch of dirt. Doesn't have exactly the right shape to it. And we found so many ruins just instantaneously that now I feel spoiled for not finding any more ruins. Be nice if we had an elk to be able to do this exploration. But I don't know if the elks are tameable yet outside of the story. I know there's a... If we find a... Ooh. What? Also copper. We just found a gravestone? That's weird. I mean, obviously we dig the grave, right? What side's the front of it? Interesting. There's just a gravestone. Okay. That's super weird. I was almost expecting it to be like a whole thing, but no. Just a singular grave. Oh, that's a cool piece of terrain right there. Giant pit. Also a giant hole in the ground. Probably because there's a river running underneath or something like that. Whenever you see those thick lines, it's because the elevation changes drastically in those places. After you get used to playing this game for long enough, you start being able to really be able to read the map. On top of that, I love maps and love cartography, so I learned how to read the map very quickly, because I like staring at it. It's a very pretty map. And it's completely completely accurate to in-game as well, which is cool. Not a lot of games can pull that off. Like, being both pretty and accurate to the game, very cool. If the colors bother you, by the way, there is actually a thing that you can do that makes it so that it uses the real colors. But, I don't know, whenever you do that, it stops looking like a vintage map, which is very pretty, and it starts looking cartoonish. And that's not my style. But maybe it's someone else's. Okay, now we're almost starting to be east of the exit portal. Still not seeing any ruins. I will say, even if we don't get anything else, I am still satisfied with that castle we found. And man, this landscape is just beautiful. And then you can see the little, like, rivers and mountains and all that stuff with the Farseer mod. So damn good. Oh, that's definitely a ruin. 100%. Go ahead and mark it. And that could be, but I think that's just a patch of weird terrain. Yeah, you can kind of see it in the distance. It's just a patch of... You can definitely see that ruin off in the distance. Right around there. I wish I had a zoom in mod for you guys. Also looks like there might be something right there, but it might just be some water. Well, that ruin's not that far away, so let's head there first. It looks like it's going to be another small one, unfortunately. I did want to get around to showing you guys some of the stuff in the Rustbound Magic mod, but it's very grindy and takes a lot of time, so that would almost be something that I'd rather record and then make a solid video out of. Interesting. Trees. I think there's a way to collect those, but I don't remember how, and I feel like I would just break them. Oh, 2 ruins. Cool. Hopefully one of these is, like, something. Aha! Dungeon. That's a dungeon. Okay. So we'll go ahead and mark this red, and I'm going to check the other ruins super fast before we head down there. Ore vessel and a chest. Don't mind if I do. And the ore vessel bug happened again. I don't know why that bug keeps happening. And it's just copper. Did we get double books? We did not get double books. We will throw away the copper, though. I know. Someone's going to yell at me. But at the same time, we just don't need that much copper. Why are these crates not stacking? Excuse me, Gollum. I was doing something. Oh, it's because they have a label on the front of them. Can I remove the label somehow? Not sure. I definitely want the crates. What was that noise? It looks like I might be able to put them in the crafting table. Oh, that just opens and closes them. That doesn't change their design. And I can make more of them if I get a storage master blueprint and I use some aged wood. Oh, and if I combine them with a crate or a chest, I can make a crate chest. It's a chest in a crate, only usable on a cart or a wheelbarrow. Oh yeah, that's right. We also have a cart mod that lets us to make like carts with it's kind of like the trader carts, but like they're actually movable, if I understand it correctly. Very cool. Just some grain. Those foraged ones are only good for the books, in my opinion. Oh, there's some more copper here. The only reason we're marking these is to give locations to some of our merchants, by the way. We are never going to be mining copper. I am enjoying being a druid and just not doing certain tasks, because this isn't the first time or even the third time that I played Vintage Story, and I don't want to just do everything every time. That just gets a little dull. Plus, with the Rustbound magic and the increased amount of exploration that I've included in this mod pack, I have plenty to do. I am not struggling for tasks. What's that? Farming 25. Don't mind if we do. Herd is going to be very happy with us. Let's see. Digging. We will take those ourselves. We are trapped. Thank God we have the climbing mod. Jesus Christ. Drop that. Drop that. Oh my God. If we explore that dungeon, we have like no freaking inventory space already. We're not going to get much out of it. We can take a look at it though. See if it's a huge dungeon. You know, basically just take a look at whether it's going to be worth coming back to, right? It's 10 a.m. in game, which is also a good time to go and do this. So, yeah, let's get to it. If you're interested in checking out the mods that we use on the server, they will be in the description. Honestly, they should already be in the description, but I didn't check to see if the description from last video... Ooh, there's a chest up there. Rolled over into this one. Just has a coal mine. Let's check where that one went. So, that's the abandoned mine. That's that. Coal mine is... Oh, is it close by? It says negative 20,000. No. It's negative 6,000. Why are they always so far away? Jeez. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna worry about it then. Oh, that's a bunch of deers though. Please. I need so many deers. Okay. How deep is this one? Oh, so deep. So what we're going to do is something a little risky. I'll jump into the water here. Get down a little bit faster. Since there's so many blocks of water, we can do this relatively safely. be careful and make sure that you pay attention to that you know where the water is going to be exiting. And that you don't randomly fall out of the water on the way down. That was very scary. We almost just died. Same deal. Light everything up. Close up your entrances. You already see some drifters over there. That entrance is already closed. I did just see a aged torch holder as well. Okay. Let's look around. Got a bunch of ore supplies. Don't really care too much about those. We might restore some of these torches. Okay. I heard moving of monsters, but he's stuck behind a door. We're good. We'll restore some of these torches to kind of resupply our torch stack while we're looking around. Definitely grab the Age torch holder every time. Let's see. Spelt, parsnip, coin, paper, some lore, copper arrows. That's tempting, but I think we can make those at home pretty easily. Light this torch. That collapsed chest can't be opened, and that's the one we started with. Cool chest, though. Did we get a combat book? We did not. But we did get a metalworking 10 book. There we go. Ooh. That's a real drifter. Oh, there's one more area here. Not be hard to get to, but worth it. Age torch holder. Heck yeah. And another age torch holder. Heck yeah. So this is the kind of dungeon, by the way, where if I wanted to get a whole bunch of aged wood, this is the kind of dungeon we could do it at. I'm gonna do this super fast because this is getting on my nerves. There we go. Still loud. I apologize for that, but at least we can move around. Double-headed drifter. You're new. At least new to me. You're still just a drifter, though, so you're not that scary. You dropped one of those EXP things. I'll explain these later, maybe, but basically they're used as a resource, but they also just give me 5% EXP each time I eat one of these. And they're not worth the inventory slots because they can drop from anything in the game. So I'm just gonna eat them real quick. Please, temporal gears. Actually, we technically already have the temporal gears that we need whenever we got those from Mahari, but more is better. Aha, yes. So double-headed drifter. Pretty good loot. Pretty good loot. Not what I wanted to do. Metalworking 2. Feels like that's not worth a slot. I feel bad eating the metalworking books because they're all like low tier like that, but at the same time, 2 metalworking is not worth keeping for people. Go ahead and get a path going here. Already looks like this is going to be more of a dungeon than the last one we looked at. Seed vessel. I doubt I'm going to end up caring about that. This is pretty. Okay. How deep is this side? This side stops immediately, so let's do this one real quick. Oh yeah, it literally just stops immediately. Well, okay then. Man, I'm just getting a lot of combat experience without fully fucking earning it because these places have been kind of empty. I promise you, I have done quite a few of these. They're normally not this easy. We'll put down a torch, and then we'll restore these two. Because we're running out of torch. This is why you bring a staff or a mage into dungeons with you. Because getting torches back mid-dungeon, super good. Because these dungeons always have burnt out torches in them. And yeah, it's really easy to make torches. Right, so this isn't like cheaty or anything like that. It's just convenient. Okay, it definitely seems like this is a little bit bigger of a dungeon. I think we're gonna skip the craft vessels for now. I want to find some chests with some more interesting things in them. I really need some torches though, so I apologize, but we're going to be doing this for a second. There's also a bug and/or feature where you can actually not fully charge your spells and release them right around like the 0.8 second marker and just have faster cast time. I don't know if it's a bug or a feature. Couldn't tell you. Kind of feels like it could be a feature though, because of like basically it's like active reload in a game, right? It also could be a bug because of server lag. Because it does say concentration is broken every time you do it. Okay, so we got a bunch of leaves here. Acacia, Mediterranean cypress. I think the purpose of this is that like I could just break the leaves and have a chance at some saplings. Okay. So this direction is more or less done. Did we get all the forage vessels? No. Do I care? No. Is there anything in the water? Unless it's in the center. It doesn't look like it. Okay. This is that side path. Go ahead and reclaim all our torches. I think I will definitely open the tool ones. The tool chests. Crap, what are they called? Tool craft vessels. But the rest of them, yeah, just fuck it. Come on. I want some adventure. Give me something to fight. Maybe we're playing too safe and we're making it too easy for ourselves. Copper hammer. I know we can make that at home, but I've been asking for a copper hammer from people that I live with for about a week now, and I still haven't gotten one, so we're just going to take that one. We might be leaving behind flax fibers again. I think we're going to move a little quicker here, just because I feel like we've been too efficient and too safe, and it's making it not interesting. Plenty of torches if we run out. Okay. That's a whole thing. 4 vessel, food, tool, some more these. Lackey shoes. Interesting. Lore that we can acquire. Nothing interesting. I know those vessels have good stuff in them. Don't worry. But just I'm struggling to continue to care. Yeah, we should be careful about lighting things up, though. Nope. Just because I'm being less cautious doesn't mean I'm going to be stupid. Well, this is a bigger dungeon, but it's filled with nothing. A whole lot of nothing. I mean, we have these vessels, sure, but that's about it. Let's just do this. So we know not to go that direction. Oop. An easy grabbed torch. I know we haven't gone this way. Another... Man, I feel like this is like a certain type of dungeon, I guess. That just always ends in these little things. A lot of these dungeons have like loot rooms that will have like a nightmare drifter in them. And I feel like we're definitely not going to be getting one of those loot rooms this time around. In fact, we've cleared this entire branch. Put a thing there so we know we've done that branch. Ooh. This branch has been, like, sealed. I don't actually think I've ever seen that. We need a place to put these blocks. Is it going to be interesting that it's sealed, or is it not? Lore book. There's a lot of lore in the game. Please don't expect me to read it. There's just so fucking much of it. Plus, if you've watched my channel before, I will read lore from time to time. It's not necessarily my thing. Dialogue, I'm fine with. Lore, I don't know. It can become a lot. Really can become a lot. I mean, you know the jive. There's some games where they just kind of write a ton about something. Oh, that's just a dead end. And we have run into the mysterious thing that someone knows the answer to this. Let me know in the comments or whatever. But sometimes you just start losing a lot of sanity all of a sudden. Seems to be almost random. Well, there was a drifter there. My sanity started going back up. So maybe it's related to the drifters? I'm not sure. I don't know how it works, but sometimes you just start losing a ton of sanity. Have we gone this direction? No. It's a goblin down here? What are you doing down here, bro? Cave goblin. I didn't know that was a thing. So there's like tier 2 goblins. Okay. That's honestly interesting and new information. Kind of curious what causes cave goblins to spawn. I need to go spelunking next. Like, actually go into a cave and go spelunking. Wow, I can get so much flint here. I'm gonna have to dig through this one. Those boulders are actually preventing me from breaking. Flint is like not a primary resource, but a fairly consistent resource in the rune magic mod. So I need to be remembering to pick this up. If I come back with a stack of flint, that is again a worthwhile journey. Especially because I can't get an infinite amount of that back home. To get more flints, you always have to explore more. Have we been this way? I'm already forgetting. I see some tools on a wall in a cleared area. Yeah. Well, I think the most interesting thing we ran into today was that church. Well, no, I should not speak out of turn. Man, that Mater Castle might not have been filled with loot, but damn, that was very cool. It is 6 o'clock in-game. We are... I don't know, that's about just under 1,000 blocks away. We can probably make some distance and then camp on the way back home. But at this point, I think we are going to be heading home. As I said, if you missed it like an hour ago, I apparently seem to have gotten sick at some point, and my voice is actively going out on me as we're streaming here, so we are unfortunately going to have to stop. In fact, I might even stop early and then head home on my own time, on my own dime. But I hope you guys have enjoyed a little sneak peek on what we're doing on the Vintage Ref server. Yeah, I will be streaming this again next week, unless something gets in the way. Oh, fuck! Surface Drifter! Fucking shivers. Fucking horror movie shivers. I hate those things so much. Hey, we got level 5 in combat. Some kind of combination between the books that we've been getting and actually fighting things. I'm going to come down here and get on the other side of the water and sleep while I talk to you guys a little bit as an outro. But yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying. And if you guys want more of this game, or you know, have any comments or suggestions, you know, feel free to say something in the comments. And if you want to see the future streams, then in the description of the video, there is a link to our Discord. That's the best way to get future streams, because I don't have a schedule that allows me to stream consistently at the same time in the same day. Let me get away from the water while we're talking. So you're going to want to get on that stream and get on the Discord and get the Stream Watcher channel so that you can get notified of future streams. I hope you guys have a good night, and goodbye.